Hey guys, Barky back with another Iceberg video. This was part 1 of the Gen Z Nostalgia Iceberg, so strap in, grab yourself a Coke Zero, and enjoy. This is a very special Iceberg because, being a part of Gen Z myself, a lot of these entries are very nostalgic for me. I wouldn't expect anything over the next few hours to be something you didn't know, but you could still look forward to unlocking some happy memories you forgot you had. Alright, without any further ado, let's get into it. Adventure Time. Adventure Time is an animated television series that originally aired on Cartoon Network from 2010 to 2018. It felt like it was airing for so much longer though, probably because of the crazy cultural impact it had. Created by Pendleton Ward, the show follows the adventures of a boy named Finn and his magical dog Jake in the post-apocalyptic land of Ooo. This show was certifiably creepy in some episodes, and a real tearjerker in others. I remember finding Adventure Time on TV and wondering if I was actually allowed to watch it, because the stuff I was witnessing was downright evil. I think it was the first episode with Marceline in it, where she comes to try to claim the treehouse. Okay, it was season 1, episode 12. Adventure Time received critical acclaim for its unique animation style, imaginative world building, complex storytelling. They gained a dedicated fanbase and won several awards, including multiple Primetime Emmy Awards and a Peabody Award. The show's finale, titled Come Along With Me, which was so freaking sad, oh my gosh, aired on September 3rd, 2018, concluding the series with an epic and bittersweet ending. Since its conclusion, Adventure Time has remained popular and continues to have a significant cultural impact. It has inspired merchandise, comic books, video games, and a loyal fan community. The show's legacy lies in its ability to appeal to both children and adults, offering a blend of humor, adventure, and the deeper themes that resonate with audiences of all ages. Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing is a popular video game franchise developed by Nintendo. The series was created by Katsuya Eguchi and first debuted in 2001 with the release of the original Animal Crossing game for the Nintendo 64 in Japan. Since then, the franchise has grown to include multiple games across various Nintendo consoles and handheld devices. Animal Crossing is a life simulation game that takes place in a charming village inhabited by anthropomorphic animals. Players take on the role of a human character who moves to the village and becomes a resident. Gameplay revolves around various activities such as fishing, bug catching, fossil hunting, gardening, and interacting with the animal villagers. The game operates in real time, meaning the in-game time mirrors the real-world time, changing with seasons and events. Players can customize their homes, decorate their surroundings, and engage in social interactions with the animal villagers, forging friendships, and completing tasks. The game allows players to visit each other's villages, exchange gifts, and leave messages on bulletin boards. Especially with the release of Animal Crossing New Horizons for the Nintendo Switch in 2020, the franchise's popularity reached new heights, becoming a cultural touchstone during the Big C pandemic as players sought solace and social connections in the world of Animal Crossing. Fun fact, when designing the animal characters in the game, the developers wanted to ensure that each villager had distinct and believable personalities. To achieve this, they enlisted the expertise of anthropologists who study human societies and cultures. The anthropologists provided insights into human behavior and social interactions, which were then applied to the animal villagers to make them feel more authentic and relatable. As a result, each villager in Animal Crossing has their own unique personality, quirks, and interests, making them feel like real individuals within the virtual world. Annoying Orange. Annoying Orange is an animated web series created by Don Bodenheimer, also known as Danabo, and Tom Shepard. The series first debuted on YouTube in October 2019, and quickly gained popularity for its unique concept. The series centers around the character of Annoying Orange, a personified and anthropomorphic orange fruit with a high-pitched and obnoxious voice. The show features various fruits and vegetables that come to life, engaging in humorous and often absurd conversations and interactions. The main cast of characters includes characters like pear, apple, passion fruit, midget apple, marshmallow, and more. Annoying Orange initially started as a web series on YouTube and quickly gained a massive online following. The show's popularity led to its expansion in various media, including merchandise, mobile games, and a television series. In 2012, The High Fructose Adventures of Annoying Orange premiered on Cartoon Network, giving the characters a wider audience on television. The show continued to air on the network for 2 seasons. The series also received criticism from some viewers who found the character's voice and humor repetitive and, as the name suggests, annoying. Despite this, Annoying Orange remains an important part of internet culture, representing the early days of YouTube content creation and showcasing how a web series can become powerful, popular, and influential. Fun fact: the character of Annoying Orange was actually created as a throwaway joke in Dane Bodenheimer's YouTube series called Danabo's The Lame YouTuber. In one of the episodes, Bodenheimer played a short clip of an orange with a face drawn on it, speaking in a high-pitched voice and annoyingly saying, "Hey Apple, hey Apple." To his surprise, that short clip of the talking orange gained unexpected popularity among viewers, and many people found it hilarious. Encouraged by the positive response, Bodenheimer decided to develop the concept further and created a dedicated web series centered around the character, naming it Annoying Orange. AC/DC. AC/DC is an iconic Australian rock band that was formed in Sydney in 1973. The band is known for its electrifying performances, powerful rock anthems, and enduring influence on the world of rock music. AC/DC was founded by brothers Malcolm Young, who plays the rhythm guitar, and Angus Young, who plays the lead guitar, along with their older brother George Young, who plays the bass. The band's name AC/DC is an abbreviation for alternating current and direct current, which the Young brothers found on the back of a sewing machine. AC/DC's music is characterized by a high-energy, hard rock sound, featuring powerful guitar riffs, memorable solos, and driving rhythms. The band's music often centers around themes of rebellion, rock and roll lifestyle, and hard partying, earning them a reputation as one of the most electrifying acts in rock history. In 1974, Bon Scott joined AC/DC as their lead vocalist, together with the Young brothers. He contributed to the band's early success. Bon Scott's distinctive voice and energetic stage presence became synonymous with the band's image. Tragically, Scott passed away in 1980, but AC/DC persevered, recruiting Brian Johnson as their new lead singer. Johnson's powerful vocals and impressive range brought a fresh dynamic to the band and contributed to their continued success. AC/DC has released numerous successful albums throughout their career, with some of their most iconic ones being Highway to Hell in 1979, Back in Black in 1980, For Those About Rock We Salute You in 1981, and Razor's Edge in 1990, among others. Back in Black is one of the best-selling albums of all time, paying tribute to Bon Scott and becoming a legendary rock record. Some of AC/DC's most famous songs include Highway to Hell, Back in Black, Thunderstruck, You Shook Me All Night Long, and TNT, which have become timeless rock classics and are still celebrated by fans worldwide. Fun fact, AC/DC's iconic logo, featuring the lightning bolt inside the letters, was designed by the band's lead guitarist Angus Young. Young created the distinctive logo when he was just 15 years old. He was doodling on a notebook during a high school art class when he came up with the now famous logo. The lightning bolt, which represents the power and energy of the band's music, was added to the letters AC/DC to give the logo a bold and electrifying look. Alvin and the Chipmunks. Since this is a Gen Z nostalgia iceberg, this entry probably isn't referring to the 1987 movie The Chipmunk Adventure, which is incredible. But it is instead referring to the newer live-action CGI Alvin and the Chipmunks movies, the first one being released on December 14th, 2007, followed by The Squeakquel, Chipwrecked, and The Road Chip, released in 2009, 2011, and 2015, respectively. The first movie in the series serves as a reboot of the franchise and introduces us to the three Chipmunk brothers, Alvin, Simon, and Theodore. They are discovered by a struggling songwriter, Dave Seville, played by Jason Lee, who becomes their adoptive father and helps them launch a music career. The film follows their rise to fame and the challenges they face along the way. In The Squeakquel, which was released 2 years later in 2009, the Chipmunks have to attend school and face competition from a female chipmunk group called the Chipettes. The movie explores the rivalry between the two groups and the various misadventures that ensue. Jason Lee reprises his role as Dave Seville, while Zachary Levi joins the cast as Dave's cousin Toby. 2 more years later, in 2011, we got Chipwrecked. In this installment, the Chipmunks and the Chipettes go on a cruise vacation but end up getting stranded on a deserted island. They have to survive and find a way to get back home while encountering various challenges. Jason Lee returns as Dave Seville, and Jenny Slate joins the cast as a cruise ship worker. And finally, 4 years later, we got The Road Chip. The fourth film follows the Chipmunks and the Chipettes as they embark on a road trip to stop Dave from proposing to his girlfriend Samantha. They believe that if Dave gets married, he'll no longer be their father. Jason Lee reprises his role as Dave, and Kimberly Williams Paisley joins the cast as Samantha. The live-action Alvin and the Chipmunks movies were generally targeted toward a younger audience and aimed to entertain with their comedic and musical elements. While they received mixed reviews from critics, they were commercially successful, largely due to the popularity of the Chipmunks franchise and the appeal of the characters. These movies featured a blend of CGI animation and live-action performances, with the voices of the Chipmunks provided by Justin Long, who played Alvin, Matthew Gray Gubler played Simon, and Jesse McCartney, who voiced Theodore. The films incorporate popular songs often performed by the Chipmunks, and include plenty of humor and slapstick comedy. Overall, the live-action Alvin and the Chipmunks movies aimed to bring the beloved characters to a new generation of fans while staying true to the spirit of the original animated series and the music that has made the Chipmunks iconic. Animaniacs. Animaniacs is an animated television series that originally aired from 1993 to 1998 and was revived in 2020. Created by Tom Ruegger, the show follows the adventures of the Warner siblings, Yakko, Wakko, and Dot, who are zany and mischievous characters living in the Warner Brothers studio water tower. The siblings were originally created in the 1930s, but were locked away due to their uncontrollable antics. In the 90s, they were unleashed upon the world again. They constantly referenced pop culture and dominated the slapstick genre with irreverent dialogue and humor. We had Pinky and the Brain, which are two laboratory mice obsessed with world domination, Slappy Squirrel, who was a grumpy and aging cartoon star, and many others. Each episode consisted of multiple segments, ranging from self-contained comedy skits to musical numbers and parodies of popular films, television shows, and celebrities. It's a legendary show, and one many people will remember for generations. Arthur. Set in the fictional town of Elwood City, Arthur is an animated kids show that centers around the life of Arthur Reed, an anthropomorphic aardvark, and his friends and family. The show explores the everyday experiences and challenges faced by Arthur and his friends, highlighting themes of friendship, family dynamics, and personal growth. It tackles various issues that children encounter, such as dealing with school, sibling relationships, self-expression, and cultural diversity. The original run of the show aired from 1996 to February 21st, 2022. The show lives on the PBS Kids and the video app. The show itself is based on the book series of the same name by Mark Brown. Arthur's cast of characters is diverse and represents a range of personalities, backgrounds, and abilities. Alongside Arthur, viewers meet his best friend, Buster Baxter, the intelligent and determined Francine Frensky, and the musical and artistic Muffy Crosswire, and the brainy and socially awkward Brain. I always, for some reason, thought that Brain was somehow the correct pronunciation of the name Brian, and many more. Each character brings their unique perspectives and experiences to the narrative, allowing children to see themselves and the others in the stories. It spawned books, games, and other merchandise, further cementing its place in popular culture, and the show continues to entertain and educate new generations, leaving a lasting impression with its heartwarming stories and timeless life lessons. ASDF Movie. ASDF Movie is a popular animated web series created by Tom Scott, a British YouTuber and filmmaker. The series consists of short, random, and humorous skits, typically lasting a few seconds to a minute each. The name ASDF Movie comes from the random and nonsensical nature of the videos, with ASDF being a sequence of letters on the left side of the keyboard. The videos are characterized by their rapid pace, unexpected punchlines, and absurd humor. They often rely on wordplay, visual gags, and surreal scenarios to deliver laughs. Throughout the series, many catchphrases from the videos have caught some steam, such as "I like trains," "Die potato," "You're getting mugged," and "Desmond the Moon Bear." Many of the videos have millions of views and have been widely shared on social media platforms. The success of ASDF Movie led to the creation of several sequels, each offering a new collection of short skits with the same signature humor. Additionally, Tom Scott expanded the series with spin-offs including ASDF Movie Deleted Scenes and ASDF Movie 10, further solidifying the series' status as a popular and enduring web animation phenomenon. Avatar: The Last Airbender. This is an animated television series that originally aired from 2005 to 2008, created by Michael Dante DiMartino and Brian Konietzko. The show takes place in a world divided into 4 nations: water, earth, fire, and air. Each nation is associated with the ability to manipulate its respective element, known as bending. The story follows the journey of Aang, the last surviving airbender, and the Avatar, being capable of bending all 4 elements and maintaining balance in the world. A few hundred years had passed since the Fire Nation started a war of conquest, and Aang, along with his newfound friends Katara and Sokka, must master the other elements in order to defeat the Fire Nation and restore peace. My first exposure to the show was when I was over at a friend's house and he had it on the TV. It was the episode where Katara was being sucked into the sand, and Aang jumped over it to try to save her, but he didn't make it in time. That's literally all I remember. I think it's one of the first episodes, I can't remember. I also remember reading some of the comics, but all I remember from that is Appa. I called him Appa. The fight sequences are beautifully choreographed, showing the mastery of elemental building and incorporating various martial art styles. The animation style blends Eastern and Western influences, resulting in stunning visuals that bring the world to life, and mass confusion of whether or not it's considered an anime. Let me know in the comments below if you think Avatar: The Last Airbender is an anime or not. I don't want to start a war. Just tell me what you think. The show's popularity led to the creation of a sequel series, The Legend of Korra, further expanding the lore and mythology of the Avatar universe, and there was also a live-action movie, but we won't talk about that. Barney the Dinosaur. Barney the Dinosaur is a beloved children's television show that first aired in 1992 and continued to captivate young audiences for over 2 decades. Created by Cheryl Leach, Barney is a lovable purple Tyrannosaurus Rex who comes to life through the power of imagination. With his infectious energy, catchy songs, and friendly demeanor, Barney has become an iconic figure in children's entertainment. From the song I Love You to upbeat tunes like If You're Happy and You Know It, the music of Barney engages children and encourages active participation. Many child stars have also gotten their start on Barney as well, such as Selena Gomez, Demi Lovato, Debbie Ryan, and Madison Pettis. But it hasn't always been sunshine and rainbows. I've heard a number of rumors surrounding Barney, from Barney cussing on live TV, to Barney hiding cocaine in his tail, and even that he was based on a serial killer from the 1930s. But these have all been proven false, but it definitely shattered my image of Barney. I also remember being super scared of the kookaburra. That thing was creepy, dude. And the fact that they had to say, "Stop, kookaburra, stop," made it seem to me like it was doing something it shouldn't be doing. And since it was creepy looking, it must have been doing something evil or malicious, and the kids were helpless to stop it because they were on the ground and it was up in the tree. Maybe it's just me. But to this day, I am still scared of kookaburras. A good thing they're mostly in Australia. Blockbuster. Blockbuster Video was a famous video rental store chain that became a cultural phenomenon in the late 20th century and early 2000s. It was founded by David Cook in 1985 in Dallas, Texas. And the concept of Blockbuster was to provide a wide selection of movies and video games for customers to rent and watch at home. Blockbuster quickly became the dominant force in the video rental industry due to its extensive selection, convenient store locations, and the innovative use of membership cards. Customers could rent movies on a per-night basis, and they had to return them to the store by a specified due date. The success of Blockbuster allowed the company to expand rapidly, and by the 90s, it had thousands of stores not only across the United States but in various countries as well. At its peak, Blockbuster had become a household name and a go-to destination for home entertainment. It certainly was for me back in those early 2000s. Despite its early success, Blockbuster faced significant challenges in the 2000s. The rise of digital media, streaming services, and online rentals changed the landscape of home entertainment. Companies like Netflix, which started as a DVD rental by mail service and later transitioned to online streaming, posed a significant threat to Blockbuster's traditional brick-and-mortar business model. Blockbuster struggled to adapt to the changing industry dynamics, and by 2010, the company filed for bankruptcy. The rise of digital streaming platforms led to a rapid decline in demand for physical rentals, and many Blockbuster stores closed their doors. Only a few privately owned Blockbuster stores including the last corporate-owned location in Bend, Oregon, remained operational. The Bend store gained attention for its nostalgic appeal, but even that store eventually closed in March 2021. Despite its decline, Blockbuster left a lasting legacy in the history of entertainment. It symbolizes the era of video rental stores and the shift from physical media to digital streaming. Fun fact, at its peak in the late 90s, Blockbuster Video had the opportunity to buy Netflix for just $50 million, but it turned down the offer. In the early 2000s, Netflix's co-founder, Reed Hastings, approached Blockbuster with an offer to sell his company, but Blockbuster, then a dominant force in the video rental industry, declined the offer, believing that the future of home entertainment lay in its traditional brick-and-mortar stores. And that decision to decline that offer proved fatal. Bakugan. Bakugan is a strategic game that combines elements of a collectible card game and a tabletop game. The game involves players using small spherical magnetic toys called Bakugan to battle each other. Each Bakugan comes with a unique attribute and corresponding character card. Players take turns rolling their Bakugan onto special metal gate cards, which then spring open to reveal the Bakugan's power level. The goal is to win battles by comparing the Bakugan's power levels and attributes. The Bakugan was first introduced as a toy line by Spin Master in 2007, and the toys quickly gained popularity among children, leading to the creation of the animated television series titled Bakugan Battle Brawlers. The anime series follows the adventures of Dankusa and his friends as they engage in Bakugan battles to protect Earth from various threats. The anime's success further boosted the popularity of the Bakugan franchise. After a period of relative quiet, the franchise received a reboot in 2019 with the release of Bakugan Battle Planet. The reboot featured a new anime series, updated toys, and an expanded game system. The revival aimed to introduce Bakugan to a new generation of fans while also appealing to nostalgic fans of the original series. Fun fact, Bakugan's creator, Mitsuo Hashimoto, was inspired by the traditional Japanese game of Korokoro when developing the concept for Bakugan. In Korokoro, players roll spherical toys down a chute, and the toys pop open when they hit a hard surface. The goal is to knock over opponents' toys or hit specific targets. Hashimoto took this basic idea of spherical toys popping open and combined it with elements of strategy and collectability to create Bakugan. Ben 10. Ben 10 is a popular animated television series that first premiered in 2005 and has since become a significant franchise with multiple iterations and spin-offs. Created by the team of Man of Action, the show follows the thrilling adventures of Ben Tennyson, a young boy who gains the ability to transform into various alien beings thanks to a powerful device known as the Omnitrix. The Omnitrix alters his DNA and allows him to assume the form of different extraterrestrial species, each possessing unique abilities and characteristics. With the help of his cousin Gwen and his grandfather Max, Ben takes on the role of a superhero, using his alien powers to protect Earth from various threats. Throughout the series, Ben faces a wide range of adversities, including both alien and human villains, and embarks on exciting missions to save the world. Along the way, he learns to harness different powers and abilities of the aliens he transforms into, gaining new insights and skills with each encounter. They also made a live-action movie, which was awesome, especially when he turned into gray matter. Barbie. Barbie is a globally recognized fashion doll created by the American businesswoman Ruth Handler and produced by the toy company Mattel Inc. Barbie has become an iconic figure in the toy industry and popular culture, representing a symbol of beauty, fashion, and imagination for generations of children. Barbie was introduced to the world on March 9, 1959, at the American International Toy Fair in New York City. The doll's full name is Barbara Millicent Roberts, named after Ruth Handler's daughter, Barbara. Barbie's debut was revolutionary for its time because she was the first fashion doll with an adult figure designed as a three-dimensional adult woman rather than a baby or childlike doll. Over the years, Barbie has had numerous professions and outfits, reflecting the changing fashion trends and empowering girls to imagine a variety of careers and aspirations for themselves. In recent years, Mattel introduced a more diverse range of Barbie dolls with different skin tones, body shapes, and career choices, promoting inclusivity and representation. Barbie's popularity extended beyond the toy aisle, with numerous movies, TV shows, and animated films featuring the character. Speaking of TV shows, Who else remembers that strange Barbie as Rapunzel movie with the ferret voice actor that was having way too much fun?
Give him to me.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy was an educational TV show airing from 1993 to 98. Hosted by the charismatic Bill Nye, the show aimed to make science accessible, engaging, and entertaining for young viewers, with each episode focused on a specific topic ranging from physics and chemistry to biology and astronomy. The series was known for its catchy theme song, memorable catchphrases, and zany humor. Bill Nye's entertaining personality combined with his dedication to promoting scientific literacy made him a beloved figure and role model for aspiring scientists. The show's impact extended beyond television as Bill Nye became a prominent advocate for science education and a recognizable icon in popular culture. My favorite episode from memory was the one where he got a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I don't know if that's something he did often or not, but I do remember him making it sound so good. Why does food on television always look so good? Anyway, unfortunately the show is no longer airing, having stopped in 98, but I consider his spiritual successor to be, what's his name? Sid the Science Kid. And yeah, it's not as good as Bill Nye, but they're trying, so yeah. Beanie Babies. Beanie Babies are a line of stuffed animal toys that became a major craze in the 90s. They are created by Ty Warner, the founder of Ty Inc., and they gained immense popularity among collectors and children alike. The Beanie Babies themselves are small, soft plush toys filled with plastic pellets that give them a unique texture and feel. Each Beanie Baby has its own name, personality, and date of birth printed on its tag. The original Beanie Babies were made to be cute and collectible animals, featuring a wide variety of creatures, from bears to dogs and birds to sea creatures. And in the 90s, Beanie Babies became a cultural phenomenon, sparking a massive collecting craze. People of all ages rushed to collect as many Beanie Babies as possible, often hoping that the toys would appreciate in value over time. And some rare Beanie Babies became highly sought after. Certain models were sold for exorbitant prices on the secondary market. Ty Inc. deliberately retired some of the Beanie Babies, meaning they ceased production for specific models to create a sense of rarity and to increase their collectible appeal. This strategy led to even greater demand for certain Beanie Babies, as collectors sought to complete their collections with the discontinued ones. I remember people talking about how Beanie Babies were worth potentially thousands of dollars, and I remember thinking, there's no way that someone would pay that much money for a small stuffed animal. But the Beanie Baby craze eventually waned in the 90s and early 2000s, and the secondary market value of many of those Beanie Babies decreased significantly as supply caught up with demand, leading to a deflation of their perceived value. And despite the decline in popularity, the Beanie Babies have left a lasting impact on popular culture, and they remain a nostalgic symbol of the 90s collectibles. Though the craze has subsided, Ty Inc. still produces Beanie Babies today, focusing more on the toy's appeal as a cuddly plush rather than a collectible investment. And they continue to create new designs and styles, allowing a new generation of children to enjoy the charm of these soft and lovable creatures. Blue's Clues. This was one of the first shows I remember watching. Blue's Clues started airing in '96 and concluded in 2006, with a reboot in 2019 under a different title, Blue's Clues and You. It premiered on Nick Jr. and was at first hosted by Steve, who was later replaced by Joe, and in the reboot we had Josh. The show was captivating for me, and one of the reasons was that it combined live action and animation. I hadn't seen that before. Steve was live action, while Blue and the rest of the background was animated. The show follows their adventures together, opening mail, playing games, and learning. And although it did emphasize problem-solving skills and critical thinking, the show also promoted social skills and emotional intelligence. Steve or Joe modeled positive behavior, patience, and empathy, teaching children the value of kindness, sharing, and cooperation. And additionally, the show addressed emotions through its Think segments, where characters discussed feelings and emotions in a relatable and accessible way. And I gotta be honest with you guys, I really can't watch the segment where Steve goes off to college and has to leave Blue behind. I mean, just to me, Blue is every bit as real as Steve was, but Joe did a good job. Also, it wasn't until I was like 17 that I realized that Blue was a girl. I had no idea. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Beyblade. Beyblade is a popular Japanese franchise that includes spinning top toys, animated TV series, and competitive games. It was first created by the Japanese toy company Takara Tomy, formerly known as Takara, and later licensed and distributed by Hasbro in other parts of the world. The Beyblade toys consist of customizable spinning tops, also known as Beyblades, which are made of various components, including the top, performance tip, and energy layer. Players assemble and customize their Beyblades to achieve different spin and attack characteristics. In Beyblade battles, two players launch their Beyblades into a special Bey Stadium, and the spinning tops clash and battle each other until one top either stops spinning or is knocked out of the stadium. The last Beyblade standing wins the match. The Beyblade franchise has inspired several animated TV series, each centered around the adventures of a group of characters who compete in Beyblade battles. Characters form teams engaged in these battles and strive to become the world's best Beyblade players. The anime series have been popular among children and fans of the toy line, contributing to the global success of Beyblade. Beyblade Burst is a recent iteration of the franchise that features Beyblades with a burst feature, if you could believe it. When a Beyblade's energy layer receives enough impact during a battle, it bursts apart, symbolizing a knockout. This added feature brings an additional layer of excitement and intensity to the battles. But fun fact, Beyblades made in the West are made largely of plastic, while the Japanese ones, at least in the beginning, were made with some metal in them. So if you manage to get your hands on a Japanese one and bring it over to your Western friends, you are pretty much guaranteed to win. Courage the Cowardly Dog. Courage the Cowardly Dog was a show that aired on Cartoon Network from 1999 to 2002. This show is horrifying. It follows the adventures of Courage, a small and timid dog living in the middle of nowhere, with his elderly owners, Muriel and Eustace Baggett. Despite his fearful nature, Courage constantly finds himself facing paranormal and often terrifying situations that he must overcome to protect his owners. And let me tell you, anyone who has seen this show knows that they turned the horror up to 11. This is not meant for children. Look at this! Despite these nightmare-inducing villains, the show is still loved by a ton of people. Courage's character is defined by his endearing personality, and despite his initial fear, he consistently rises above his own limitations to protect his owners, whom he deeply cares for. His determination, quick thinking, and unwavering love make him a relatable and sympathetic protagonist. The show's visual style is visually striking, featuring exaggerated character designs and atmospheric backgrounds. The animation amplifies the eerie and bizarre elements of the stories, creating a distinct and unsettling atmosphere. Courage's exaggerated facial expressions add a layer of comedy and emphasize the contrast between his timid nature and dangerous situations he faces. But despite these situations and obvious danger and the timidness of Courage himself, the love for his owners always overcomes his fear, and he somehow always manages to protect them. Fun fact, I've tested this on multiple occasions, and I can verify that for some reason, I can't watch this show without getting sick with the fever the next day. I legitimately don't know how that's even possible, but it is what it is. Call of Duty. Call of Duty is a highly popular and long-running video game franchise developed by various studios, primarily Infinity Ward, Treyarch, and Sledgehammer Games, and published by Activision. The series first debuted in 2003 and has become one of the most successful and influential first-person shooter franchises in the gaming industry. The Call of Duty games are primarily set in various historical and modern military settings, ranging from World War II to fictional and futuristic conflicts. The gameplay typically follows a first-person perspective, where players take on the roles of soldiers from different military forces, engaging in intense combat across various missions and multiplayer modes. The Modern Warfare series is a sub-series set in modern times, focusing on contemporary conflicts and special forces operations. The Black Ops series is a sub-series known for its storytelling and conspiracy-based narratives, often set in the Cold War and beyond. The World War II series is a series set during World War II, capturing historical battles and events, and Warzone is a free-to-play battle royale mode that has become a standalone title featuring large-scale last team standing gameplay in a vast open-world environment. The Call of Duty franchise is renowned for its multiplayer modes, offering fast-paced and competitive gameplay across maps and game types. The multiplayer experience has been a significant factor in the franchise's success, attracting millions of players worldwide. Call of Duty games have a strong presence in the esports scene, with many professional and competitive players and tournaments dedicated to the franchise. Call of Duty is celebrated for its realistic graphics, immersive storytelling, and addictive multiplayer experience. The franchise has also influenced other FPS games and shaped the gaming industry's approach to military-themed shooters. However, the Call of Duty franchise has faced criticism for its portrayal of violence and war, as well as concerns about promoting a glorified view of combat. The franchise continues to evolve, addressing these concerns and expanding its gameplay to cater to different player preferences. I have an immense amount of nostalgia for Black Ops 1, 2, and Modern Warfare. The guns in Black Ops 1 were just so good. The zombies in Black Ops 1 was, to me, the last zombies mode that was actually scary. It was just full of so much mystery, and the maps were dynamic enough to feel familiar yet foreign. I didn't feel safe anywhere, and I never really got that feeling back with the other titles. Fun fact, the original Call of Duty game was originally planned to be a Medal of Honor game. Before the release of the first Call of Duty game in 2003, development studio Infinity Ward was working on a game titled Medal of Honor Allied Assault 2 as a sequel to the successful Medal of Honor Allied Assault game. However, due to creative differences between Infinity Ward and the game's publisher at the time, EA, the project was abandoned, and as a result, Infinity Ward decided to rework the game and create their own World War II themed first-person shooter. The result of this shift in development was the birth of the original Call of Duty game. The decision to create their own game proved to be a pivotal moment for Infinity Ward, leading to the creation of a highly successful and long-lasting franchise. Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot is a beloved video game franchise that was first introduced by Naughty Dog and published by Sony Computer Entertainment. The series made its debut in '96 and quickly became one of the most iconic platforming games in the gaming industry. The main protagonist of the series is the titular Crash Bandicoot, an energetic and charismatic marsupial with a distinctive orange fur and blue pants. He was created by Dr. Neo Cortex, the main antagonist, in an experiment to create a super soldier, but Crash managed to escape, setting the stage for his adventures. The games are set in the Wumpa Islands, a fictional chain of tropical islands. The series features a diverse cast of characters, including Crash's sister Coco Bandicoot, his love interest Tawna, and allies like Aku Aku, a floating wooden mask spirit who aids Crash throughout his journey. Crash Bandicoot gained immense popularity in the 90s and early 2000s, particularly on the original PlayStation console. The original trilogy, consisting of Crash Bandicoot, Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back, and Crash Bandicoot Warped, received critical acclaim and commercial success. Over the years, the franchise expanded with several spin-offs, sequels, and remastered editions. However, the franchise experienced a period of dormancy in the mid-2000s, before being revived by different developers. In 2017, the original trilogy was remastered and released as the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy for modern consoles, introducing a new generation of players to the classic games. The remastered collection received praise for its faithful recreation of the original games with updated graphics and improved gameplay mechanics. Additionally, a new game titled Crash Bandicoot 4: It's About Time was released in 2020 as a direct sequel to the original trilogy. This game was well received by both fans and critics, celebrating the franchise's return to form. The original Crash Bandicoot for the PlayStation 1 was probably my first video game ever. I really don't remember. It's either Crash, Pac-Man World, Gran Turismo 3, or Final Fantasy VIII. Fun fact, the character of Crash Bandicoot was originally designed to be a mascot for the Sony PlayStation, but he was rejected by Sega before becoming the face of PlayStation. When Naughty Dog, the developer of Crash Bandicoot, was creating the character, they envisioned Crash as a potential mascot, and they wanted a charismatic and iconic character to rival other gaming mascots of the time, like Mario for Nintendo and Sonic for Sega. But Naughty Dog pitched Crash Bandicoot to Sega as a potential mascot for their Sega Saturn console. However, Sega rejected the idea, passing on the opportunity to feature Crash as their official mascot. Following Sega's rejection, Naughty Dog returned to Sony and presented Crash Bandicoot to them. Sony saw potential in the character and agreed to have Crash become the unofficial mascot of the PlayStation. Captain Sparkles. Captain Sparkles, whose real name is Jordan Marin, is a well-known YouTuber, gamer, and content creator. He rose to fame for his gameplay commentaries, music parodies, and Minecraft-related content. Captain Sparklez gained widespread recognition for his Minecraft gameplay videos, especially for his Minecraft Hunger Games series, which featured him competing against other players in the popular multiplayer mode. His engaging commentary and entertaining gameplay quickly attracted a large audience. In addition to his gameplay content, Captain Sparklez is also known for creating music parodies of popular songs, often with a gaming twist. Some of his most famous parodies include TNT, which is a parody of Tal Cruz's Dynamite, and Revenge, which is a parody of Usher's DJ Got Us Fallen in Love. Over the years, Captain Sparklez' YouTube channel has grown significantly, accumulating millions of subscribers and billions of views, and his contributions to the Minecraft community have been widely recognized, and he has received accolades for his engaging content and creativity. Fun fact, the parody Revenge became so popular that it caught the attention of Usher. In a tweet, Usher acknowledged the Minecraft parody, showing appreciation for the unique spin on the song. Charlie Bit My Finger. Charlie Bit My Finger is a viral video that gained widespread popularity on the internet. It features two young British brothers, Harry Davies Carr, age 3 at the time, and his younger brother Charlie Davies Carr, age 1 at the time. The video was filmed by the boys' father, Howard Davies Carr, in May 2007. It was an innocent and candid moment between the two brothers, where Harry playfully puts his finger in Charlie's mouth and Charlie responds by gently biting Harry's finger. The video was initially uploaded to YouTube so that the boy's godfather, who lived in the United States, could see it. However, the video unexpectedly went viral, and its popularity spread rapidly across the internet. The viral success of Charlie Bit My Finger not only made the Davies Carr family well known globally, but also led to various opportunities. The family was able to monetize the video through advertisements and licensing deals, and it remains one of the most viewed and iconic viral videos on YouTube, and has become a cultural reference and is often mentioned in discussions about the early days of the internet memes and viral videos. Fun fact, in 2010, the viral video faced a surprising challenge when it was taken down from YouTube after a company filed a copyright claim against it. The company claimed to hold rights to the video, and as a result, the original Charlie Bit My Finger video was temporarily removed from the platform. The incident sparked a wave of reactions from fans and media outlets, with many expressing their support for the Davies Carr family who had filmed the video. And after a brief period, the copyright claim was resolved and the video was reinstated on YouTube. Club Penguin. Club Penguin was a popular online multiplayer virtual world game developed by New Horizon Interactive, later known as Disney Interactive, and it was accessible through the website clubpenguin.com. The game was initially launched on October 24, 2005, and quickly became a hit among children and teenagers. In Club Penguin, players took the role of cartoon penguin avatars and navigated a snowy virtual world. They could interact with other players, play mini-games, and participate in parties and events, and complete various activities. Club Penguin encouraged social interaction among players through a series of pre-approved phrases that the players could use to communicate with each other. The game also allowed players to send friend requests and use emojis to express themselves. While the basic access to the game was free, Club Penguin offered a premium membership known as the Penguin Membership, and members enjoyed additional benefits such as the ability to adopt and care for virtual pets called Puffles, access to exclusive themes, and early access to game content. Club Penguin remained a highly popular and iconic virtual world for over a decade. However, on March 29, 2017, Disney announced that they would be shutting down the original Club Penguin to make way for a mobile-focused version called Club Penguin Island. The original Club Penguin closed its doors on March 30, 2017. A decision to close the original game was met with mixed reactions from fans, and many players cherished their memories of exploring the virtual world, attending parties, and meeting friends on the original Club Penguin. In response to the shutdown, fans got together and made a website called Club Penguin Rewritten that was meant to be an alternative to the original game. The rewritten site was shut down on April 13, 2022 by the City of London Police in compliance with a copyright investigation request from Disney, where 3 suspects were arrested. Prior to its shutdown, the game had accumulated over 11 million registered users. Fun fact, before Club Penguin was created, the founders of New Horizon Interactive, later known as Club Penguin Entertainment, attempted to create an online game centered around snowball fights. The concept was to have players engage in virtual snowball battles against each other. However, the snowball fight game project didn't gain much traction and it was deemed unsuccessful. Instead of giving up, the team decided to pivot and use the idea of penguins engaging in snowball fights as a basis for a new game. This led to the creation of Club Penguin, where players could create penguin avatars and explore a snowy virtual world while participating in various activities including snowball fights. Cool Math Games. Cool Math Games is a popular online gaming website that offers a variety of fun and educational games suitable for players of all ages. Contrary to its name, Cool Math Games is not solely focused on math-based games. It offers a diverse collection of games, including puzzles, strategy games, logic games, arcade games, and more. While Cool Math Games provides entertainment, it also emphasizes its educational value. Many of the games on the platform are designed to challenge players' critical thinking, problem-solving, and mathematical skills. The website aims to make learning enjoyable by integrating educational elements into engaging gameplay. The website was first launched in 1997 as a part of coolmath.com, a site dedicated to teaching mathematics through interactive tools and games, and over time, Cool Math Games gained popularity and became a separate platform dedicated solely to games. Despite the website's educational focus and family-friendly content, Cool Math Games faced potential shutdowns in some schools during 2017 due to concerns about distracting students from their studies. However, the website's developers and supporters argued that the game's educational benefits outweighed any potential drawbacks. Creepypasta. Creepypasta refers to a type of internet horror fiction that is shared through online forums, social media, and other digital platforms. These stories often center around creepy or unsettling themes, paranormal occurrences, urban legends, and supernatural entities. The term creepypasta is a combination of creepy and copypasta, which refers to text that is copied and pasted across the internet. Creepypasta has had a significant impact on internet culture and horror fandom, and many of the creepypasta stories have been adapted into other forms of media such as films, video games, and web series. Slender Man in particular gained mainstream recognition and even inspired a feature film. Slender Man is depicted as a tall, faceless figure in a suit who stalks and abducts people, particularly children. Another iconic character is Jeff the Killer, who is this disturbing character with pale skin, dark eyes, and a wide, terrifying grin. The story revolves around his transformation into a ruthless killer. And who can forget Ben Drowned? This story centers around a haunted video game cartridge of Majora's Mask and the malevolent entity that possesses it. I have a long history with creepypastas and still listen to them to this day, and there was a time where I thought Candle Cove was real. Of course, none of these stories could possibly be true, right? Captain Underpants. Captain Underpants is a popular children's book series created by author and illustrator Dave Pilkey. The series, known for its humor and silliness, has become a beloved franchise among young readers. The Captain Underpants series follows the hilarious adventures of two fourth-grade friends, George Beard and Harold Hutchins, who are mischievous and creative pranksters. They love to pull pranks and write and illustrate their own comic books featuring a superhero they created called Captain Underpants. And Captain Underpants is the superhero alter ego of their grumpy and strict school's principal, Mr. Benjamin Krupp. In the boys' comic books, they have the power to hypnotize Mr. Krupp using a 3D hypno ring, causing him to transform into the dim-witted, kind-hearted, and somewhat bumbling Captain Underpants whenever they snap their fingers. The books often include comic book-style illustrations, flip-a-rama pages, and playful author's notes. While the series is full of fun and silliness, it also addresses themes of friendship, creativity, and standing up against bullies. And despite its popularity, the Captain Underpants series has faced some controversy and has been frequently challenged or banned in certain schools or libraries. The reasons cited for these challenges include perceived inappropriate language and humor, as well as concerns about encouraging children to be disobedient. However, the book's humor and themes have also been praised for engaging reluctant readers and sparking their interest in books. The success of the Captain Underpants series led to the creation of a spin-off series, Dogman, also authored by Dave Pilkey. Additionally, the books were adapted into an animated television series called The Epic Tales of Captain Underpants, which premiered on Netflix in 2018. The franchise even got a movie called Captain Underpants: The First Epic Movie. Fun fact: the original Captain Underpants book was rejected by several publishers before finding success, and the author and illustrator Dave Pilkey first came up with the idea for Captain Underpants in the late 1980s when he was in elementary school. He created comic books about the superhero character as a child. and as an adult, he decided to turn his childhood creation into a book series for children. However, when Pilkey first pitched the idea to publishers, they were initially hesitant about the concept of a superhero who wears underwear as outerwear and battles villains in a humorous manner. Many publishers rejected the manuscript, feeling that it was too unconventional or not suitable for young readers. And despite these rejections, Dave Pilkey persisted, believing in the potential of his creation. And finally, in '97, Scholastic Inc. decided to take a chance on the adventures of Captain Underpants, and the book was published. To the delight of Pilkey and fans alike, the book was an instant hit and received widespread acclaim from children and parents. Crayola. Crayola is a well-known brand specializing in art supplies, particularly crayons and colored pencils. The company has a long history and is synonymous with creativity and childhood memories of coloring and drawing. The Crayola brand was created by Edwin, Benny, and C. Harold Smith, who formed the Benny & Smith Company in 1885. Initially, the company manufactured industrial pigments and chemicals. However, in 1903, they introduced the first box of crayons, consisting of 8 colors. Over the years, they have released various products and expanded their color palette. Notable innovations include giving creative names to its crayon colors. For example, macaroni and cheese, wild watermelon, and tickle me pink are just a few of the imaginative names they use. In 1990, Crayola held a promotion allowing consumers to vote on which color to retire. Beautiful, formerly known as Dandelion, was introduced in 2017 as the replacement for the retired Dandelion. Crayola has expanded this product line to include specialty crayons, such as washable crayons, glitter crayons, and scented crayons. In addition to crayons, Crayola manufactures other various art supplies, including colored pencils, markers, paints, modeling compounds, and craft sets. Their products are widely used in schools, homes, and artistic endeavors around the world. Fun fact, Crayola produces around 3 billion crayons each year, making it one of the largest crayon manufacturers in the world. With such a massive production rate, Crayola produces enough crayons to annually circle the Earth approximately 6 times. Capri Sun. Capri Sun is a popular brand of flavored juice drink that is known for its distinctive packaging. It is manufactured by the German company Wild Flavors and is distributed globally by the Kraft Heinz Company. One of the most recognizable features of Capri Sun is its unique packaging. Capri Sun drinks are typically sold in flexible pouches with straws attached to the side. The straw is inserted through a designated hole on top of the pouch, making it easy for consumers, especially children, to drink the juice without the need for a separate cup. Who else remembers stabbing their own hand and drawing blood because of the unreasonably sharp straw, and those multiple times you tried to pierce the pouch of diabetes with such force, you ended up going through the pouch itself, making you think you have super strength? No? It's just me? Okay. Capri Sun offers a variety of flavors, including fruit blends, tropical flavors, and fruit punch. And some popular flavors include wild cherry, strawberry kiwi, and lemonade. The brand occasionally produces limited edition flavors and variations to cater to seasonal preferences and consumer demand. Capri Sun has marketed itself as a healthier alternative to some sugary beverages, as it is made without artificial preservatives, colors, or flavors. Some varieties are labeled as organic or 100% juice, appealing to health-conscious consumers. Capri Sun has faced criticism for its use of pouches, which are not easily recyclable due to the materials used in their production. However, the company has made efforts to address this by partnering with TerraCycle, an organization that collects and reuses Capri Sun pouches, thereby reducing the environmental impact of the product. Fun fact, when Capri Sun was first introduced in 1969 by Rudolf Wild, the German founder of the Wild Flavors Company, it was initially named Capri Sonne in Germany. Capri refers to the beautiful Italian island of Capri, known for its picturesque landscapes, while Sonne means sun in German, indicating the sunny and refreshing nature of the drink. In 1981, the beverage was introduced to the United States under the name Capri Sun, and the name change was primarily due to the difficulty in pronouncing Sonne for the English-speaking audience, and Capri Sun was deemed easily recognizable and memorable. Chuck E. Cheese's. Chuck E. Cheese's is a popular American chain of family restaurant centers known for its combination of arcade games, amusement rides, and pizza. It's a beloved destination for families and children, offering a fun and interactive experience for all ages. It was founded by Nolan Bushnell, the co-founder of Atari and the creator of the iconic video game Pong. The first Chuck E. Cheese's location opened in San Jose, California in 1977. The restaurant's concept combined an arcade with animatronic characters and a pizzeria, providing a unique entertainment experience for families. The chain's mascot is Chuck E. Cheese, a friendly anthropomorphic mouse who entertains guests with live performances on a stage alongside other animatronic characters, known as the Chuck E. Cheese's Pizza Time Theater Band. Such a mouthful. Why did they go with that? It's so strange. One of the things Chuck E. Cheese's is known for, besides its animatronics that make you crap 7 bricks when their eyes shift to your general direction, is its pizza, which is famously terrible. The menu includes various pizza flavors, appetizers, and desserts, making it convenient options for families looking for both entertainment and fuel for that entertainment. Fun fact, the full name of the franchise at its inception was Chuck E. Cheese's Pizza Time Theater. This name emphasized the entertainment aspect of the restaurant, with Pizza Time Theater referring to the animatronic shows and live performances that delighted guests during their visit. Over time, the name was shortened to Chuck E. Cheese's for simplicity, as the brand became more well-known and recognized. However, the Pizza Time Theater part of the name played a significant role in defining the early identity of the franchise and contributed to its appeal as a family-friendly destination. Despicable Me. Despicable Me is an animated franchise that began its run in 2010 with the movie Despicable Me, grossing over $543 million, and since then, it has repeatedly shaken the world with sequels and spin-offs. The original Despicable Me movie introduces us to the world of Gru, a supervillain with a soft spot for his 3 adopted daughters, Margot, Edith, and Agnes. Gru's life takes an unexpected turn when he encounters these 3 orphan girls who see beyond his villainous persona and inspire him to embrace his softer side. The film showcases Gru's transformation from a self-centered villain to a loving father figure, highlighting the themes of family, love, and personal growth. Central to the charm, or cringe, of Despicable Me are lovable and mischievous minions, Gru's small, yellow, gibberish-speaking henchmen. The Minions quickly became fan favorites with their unique personalities, humor, and their own spin-off films. Their presence adds a delightful comic element, or dreadful element, depending on who you ask, to the franchise and has contributed to its immense popularity. We got Despicable Me 2 in 2013 and a 3rd installment in 2017, a movie focusing on the Minions in 2015, and a second Minions movie in 2022. I actually thought the Minions movies would flop, but the first one made $1.1 billion and the second one made $939.4 million. So yeah, I was way off on that one. Donkey Kong Country. Donkey Kong Country is a popular video game series developed by Rare, now known as Rare Ltd., and published by Nintendo. The series made its debut in 1994 with the release of the first game for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, and it is widely regarded as one of the most influential and successful platformer game series in gaming history. In the game, players control the titular character Donkey Kong along with his sidekick Diddy Kong as they embark on a quest to uncover their stolen banana hoard from the villainous King K. Rool and his Kremling minions. The gameplay is a classic side-scrolling platformer where players navigate through various levels, defeat enemies, and collect bananas and other items. The game had revolutionary graphics, utilizing advanced pre-rendered 3D graphic techniques to create the illusion of 3-dimensional visuals on the 2D platformer. This was groundbreaking for its time and made the game stand out from other platformers of that era. The success of the first Donkey Kong Country game led to the creation of several sequels and spin-offs. Sequels like Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy Kong's Quest, and Donkey Kong Country 3, Dixie Kong's Double Trouble were also well received by fans, players, and critics alike. And additionally, the series spawned various handheld versions and re-releases on different gaming platforms. While the original Rare-developed series concluded in the early 2000s, Donkey Kong remains an essential part of Nintendo's gaming lineup. Donkey Kong and the characters from the Donkey Kong Country series have appeared in various spin-off games including Mario Kart and Super Smash Bros., further solidifying their status in Nintendo's gaming universe. Fun fact, Donkey Kong Country was developed in just 18 months, which is remarkably short development time for a game of its caliber. When Rare started developing Donkey Kong Country, they faced a tight deadline to create a game that would showcase the capabilities of the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. The team at Rare worked tirelessly to create the revolutionary pre-rendered 3D graphics that set the game apart from other platformers at the time, and the groundbreaking graphics were achieved using Silicon Graphics workstations, a technology not commonly used for video game development in the mid-1990s. This allowed the team to create the illusion of 3D graphics with a 2D environment, giving the game its unique and impressive visual style. Dan TDM. Dan TDM, whose real name is Dan Middleton, is a British YouTuber and content creator known for his family-friendly gaming videos. He is one of the most popular and successful YouTubers in the gaming community, with millions of subscribers and billions of views on his videos. His channel was created in 2012, and he initially gained popularity by creating gameplay videos for the game Minecraft, where he showcased his adventurous challenges and creative builds within the virtual world. His entertaining and engaging content quickly gathered a large audience, and he quickly became a prominent figure in the Minecraft community. While Minecraft was a significant part of his early content, Dan TDM has diversified his content over the years, and he started incorporating other video games and series on his channel, playing various games that appealed to different age groups and interests. One of the reasons for Dan TDM's widespread popularity is his positive and family-friendly persona. He maintains a clean and kid-friendly channel, making his content suitable for all ages, and parents appreciate his safe and appropriate content, which has contributed to his massive following among young viewers. Fun fact, in 2016, Dan TDM, along with his friend and fellow YouTuber Thanksia, set a Guinness World Record for the most goals scored in a single game of Rocket League by a team of 2 players. Rocket League is a popular vehicular soccer game where players control rocket-powered cars to hit a ball into the opponent's goal. And during the attempt, Dan TDM and Thanksia managed to score an incredible 49 points in a single match, securing their place in the world record books. Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Diary of a Wimpy Kid is a popular and highly successful book series written by American author and cartoonist Jeff Kinney. The series, which is targeted toward children and young adults, follows the humorous and relatable experiences of a middle school student named Greg Heffley as he navigates the ups and downs of adolescence. One of the distinctive features of Diary of a Wimpy Kid is its unique format, which combines text with simple black and white illustrations resembling a diary or journal. The books are written from the perspective of Greg, who documents his thoughts, observations, and humorous misadventures in his diary. The first book in the series, simply titled Diary of a Wimpy Kid, was published in 2007 and became an instant success. The story centers around Greg's experience as he starts middle school, dealing with friendship dynamics, family interactions, and the challenges of adolescence. The success of the book series led to the creation of several film adaptations. In addition to the main book series, Jeff Kinney has also written several spin-off books and additional content related to Diary of a Wimpy Kid. These include Diary of an Awesome Friendly Kid, which focuses on Greg's best friend, Rowley Jefferson, and the Wimpy Kid Do-It-Yourself book, which encourages young readers to create their own diary. Fun fact, Jeff Kinney was attending a church service when he got the idea for the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series. He had a sudden inspiration to create a book about a middle school student's life. The idea was to create a book that would feel like the character's personal diary or journal, combining text with simple illustrations. However, it wasn't until several years later in '98 that Kinney began to work on the concept seriously. He started posting the story online in daily installments on a website called Funbrain in 2004. The online version of Diary of a Wimpy Kid quickly gained popularity, and Kinney received positive feedback from readers, encouraging him to pursue the book's publication. Disneyland. Disneyland is a world-famous theme park resort located in Anaheim, California, United States. It was the first Disney theme park created by Walt Disney and is often referred to as the happiest place on Earth. Disneyland was opened to the public on July 17, 1955. It was the brainchild of Walt Disney, who envisioned a place where families could come together and experience magic, fantasy, and entertainment. The park was a revolutionary concept, with themed lands, attractions, and a focus on immersive storytelling. The park was divided into different areas called lands, and these included Main Street, USA, Adventureland, Frontierland, Fantasyland, Tomorrowland, New Orleans Square, Critter Country, Mickey's Toontown, and Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Each land features its own unique attractions, restaurants, and experiences, all designed to transport visitors to different worlds and time periods. Some of Disneyland's most iconic attractions include Sleeping Beauty Castle, Pirates of the Caribbean, Haunted Mansion, It's a Small World, Space Mountain, and the recently added Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. These attractions, along with many others, have become beloved classics that continue to delight visitors of all ages. In addition to the original Disneyland Park, the Disneyland Resort Complex includes Disney California Adventure Park, Downtown Disney District, which is an outdoor shopping and dining area, and 3 Disney-owned hotels, which are Disneyland Hotel, Disney's Grand Californian Hotel and Spa, and Disney's Paradise Pier Hotel. Fun fact, deep inside the Matterhorn Mountain attraction at Disneyland, there is a hidden basketball court known as the Disneyland Center Court. This unique feature was included as a fun space for Disneyland staff, particularly the maintenance crew, to relax and have some fun during their breaks. The story goes that during the construction of the Matterhorn Mountain ride in the late 1950s, Walt Disney noticed that there was some leftover space at the top of the mountain, and to make the most of the space, he suggested building a small basketball court for the staff to enjoy. The court is located about 2/3 of the way up the mountain and is accessible through a narrow stairwell. Dexter's Laboratory. Dexter's Laboratory, or Dexter's Lab, was an animated TV show made for Cartoon Network that aired from 1995 to 2003. The show follows the adventures of a young boy genius named Dexter, who has a secret laboratory hidden behind a bookshelf in his bedroom. With his intellect and a vast array of scientific inventions, Dexter conducts various experiments and often finds himself facing humorous and unexpected challenges. Dexter leads a dual life as a genius inventor and a regular kid, and while he strives to keep his laboratory a secret from his clueless parents, his older sister Dee Dee, who is a total brat by the way, frequently barges into his lab, leading to chaos and disruption. Dexter's quest for scientific knowledge and a desire to outsmart his sister form the core of the show's comedic and narrative elements. Episodes contain topics such as friendship, rivalry, family dynamics, and even existential questions about life and purpose. These moments of introspection add depth to the characters and contribute to the show's enduring popularity. This is one of those classic Cartoon Network shows that contain jokes meant only for parents, leading to these moments either going straight over the kids' heads or leading to confusion. And in hindsight, some of these were wildly inappropriate. Doge. Doge is a popular internet meme that features the image of a Shiba Inu dog along with funny broken English captions written in Comic Sans. The meme typically includes phrases such as "such wow," "very," insert adjective, and "so," insert noun, to express amazement, excitement, or silliness. The dog featured in the meme is named Kabosu and belongs to the Japanese kindergarten teacher named Atsuko Sato. The photo, which showed Kabosu with a quizzical expression, was shared on the popular meme sharing platform 4chan, and a user on the platform then added the famous captions in broken English, giving birth to the Doge memes as we know it today. The Doge meme has become one of the most recognizable and enduring internet memes and has been used in various contexts to express a wide variety of emotions and reactions, often humorously exaggerating a situation or emphasizing astonishment. Additionally, the meme has inspired countless spin-offs, remixes, and parodies, further cementing its status in internet culture. Interestingly, the Doge meme also influenced the name of a digital cryptocurrency called Dogecoin. Introduced in 2013, Dogecoin was originally created as a lighthearted and fun alternative to other cryptocurrencies, and it features the Doge meme's Shiba Inu dog as its logo, and has since gained its own following and community. Dora the Explorer. Dora the Explorer, or simply Dora, was an animated kids show that aired from 2000 to 2014, with 6 previously unaired episodes airing in 2019. The show follows Dora Marquez, her talking backpack, her map, and her friend Boots the Monkey on their adventures, and the show focuses on the exploration of the different environments and Dora's quest to solve problems or complete tasks. And each episode typically features a specific mission that Dora and Boots must accomplish, often involving challenges, puzzles, or obstacles along the way. Dora, much like Blue's Clues, breaks the fourth wall like there's no tomorrow in an effort to get the audience to participate and learn shapes and colors in Spanish. And she's constantly plagued by Swiper, a kleptomaniac fox who is scared of chance. Thanks to the cultural impact the show had, they made a movie in 2019 called Dora and the Lost City of Gold, and even though I did see it, I legitimately couldn't tell you the first thing about it. It was that bad. Wikipedia says it's about Dora saving her parents while trying to solve an ancient Incan mystery, but me and Wikipedia must have seen 2 different movies or something, because that's I don't remember much about the movie, but that's not what the movie was about at all. Doom. Doom is a legendary first-person shooter video game franchise created by id Software. It was first released in 1993 and is considered one of the pioneering games in the FPS genre, playing a significant role in shaping the video game industry. The original Doom game, released for MS-DOS, was developed by a small team led by John Carmack and John Romero. It was revolutionary for its time, featuring fast-paced gameplay, 3D graphics using a technique known as 2.5D, and network multiplayer capabilities. Doom is known for its intense and action-packed gameplay, and players take on the role of a space marine, often referred to as Doom Guy, who must fight off hordes of demons and monsters from Hell that have invaded a research facility on Mars. The game features a wide array of weapons, from shotguns to chain guns to the iconic BFG 9000, which stands for Big Effing Gun, allowing players to unleash devastating firepower on their enemies. Doom popularized the FPS genre and paved the way for future FPS games, and its success led to numerous sequels, expansions, and re-releases, making it one of the most enduring and influential franchises in gaming history. In a significant move for the gaming community, id Software released the source code for the original Doom in 1997, and this release allowed fans and developers to modify and create their own custom levels known as WADs. WADs stands for Where's All the Data, and even led to the creation of various fan-made mods and total conversions, expanding the game's lifespan well beyond its initial release. In 2016, id Software released a reboot of the Doom series simply titled Doom. The game brought back the fast-paced action and demon-slaying gameplay while updating the graphics and mechanics for a modern audience. The reboot was praised for capturing the spirit of the original while introducing fresh elements. A sequel to the reboot, Doom Eternal, was released in 2020, continuing the intense action and expanding on the game's lore and universe. Fun fact, when Doom was released in 1993, it quickly became a cultural phenomenon and a massive success in the gaming world. The fast-paced gameplay, innovative graphics, and multiplayer capabilities captured the imagination of players everywhere, and it was so popular that it spread like wildfire. Many people wanted to experience the excitement of the demon slaying on their own computers. During the early to mid-1990s, personal computers were becoming more common, but Microsoft's operating systems like the MS-DOS and Windows were still gaining traction. Surprisingly, the original Doom game managed to achieve such widespread popularity that it was installed on more computers than Microsoft's operating systems at the time. Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is a highly acclaimed and influential anime series that is a part of the larger Dragon Ball franchise created by Akira Toriyama. Originally serialized in manga form and later adapted into an animated series, Dragon Ball Z continues the story of Goku, the main protagonist, after his adventures in the earlier Dragon Ball series. Set several years after the events of Dragon Ball Z follows Goku's adult life as he protects Earth from various powerful enemies and confronts new challenges. The series introduces a more intense and action-packed narrative focusing on epic battles, transformations, and the exploration of otherworldly realms. The core premise of Dragon Ball Z revolves around the ongoing battle between Goku and his allies known as the Z-Fighters against a range of formidable adversaries. These adversaries include powerful extraterrestrial beings, androids, and even gods. Each arc of the series introduces new villains and storylines, leading to high-stakes confrontations that push Goku and his friends to their limits. Characters in the series possess various levels of power and can ascend to new levels through rigorous training, unlocking new forms and abilities. Iconic transformations such as Super Saiyan, a gold-haired state that represents an immense power increase, have become synonymous with the series and are often depicted in epic battles. I personally never watched the show past a single episode where Goku was fighting Frieza. I remember Goku being absolutely pummeled but still fighting, and I was thinking, oh, there's no way this guy can defeat the purple lizard thing. And I left before I saw the conclusion of the fight, but it turns out I was wrong. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, often abbreviated as DHMIS, is a surreal and dark comedy web series created by British filmmakers Becky Sloan and Josh Pelling. The series is presented as a series of short episodes, each centered around the adventures of the three main characters, Yellow Guy, Duck Guy, and Red Guy. These episodes initially appear to be innocent or child-friendly educational videos, but they quickly take a bizarre and disturbing turn, delving into dark and unsettling topics. The series is known for its deep and thought-provoking exploration of themes related to creativity, media, conformity, and the dangers of blindly accepting authority or influence. and the episodes often satirize the conventions of educational children's programming, subverting familiar and cheerful visuals into something eerie and unsettling. The animation style of Don't Hug Me I'm Scared is also both visually striking and unsettling. The characters and sets are designed with a combination of live-action elements and stop-motion animation, creating a unique and creepy atmosphere. The visuals gradually become more disturbing as the episodes progress, adding to the sense of unease. Fans have analyzed the series in depth, attempting to decipher its hidden meanings and symbolism. The mysterious and open-ended nature of the episodes has led to various interpretations and fan theories. Fun fact, when creators Becky Sloan and Josh Pelling decided to create the first episode of Don't Hug Me I'm Scared, they faced financial constraints. To fund the production, they turned to Kickstarter, a popular crowdfunding platform, to raise funds for the project. The Kickstarter campaign launched in 2014 aimed to raise 96,000 euros, approximately 125,000 US dollars at the time, to produce a full-length 6-episode series. The campaign attracted a considerable amount of attention and support from fans who were intrigued by the unique and unsettling concept of the series. And in the end, the Kickstarter campaign exceeded its original goal, raising over 104,000 euros, or approximately 135,000 US dollars at the time, which allowed the creators to expand their vision and produce even more episodes than originally planned. Ed, Edd and Eddy. This was an animated TV show airing from 1999 to 2009 on the Cartoon Network. The show centers around the trio's daily pursuits to earn money by scamming their fellow neighborhood kids. Eddie, the self-proclaimed leader, with a knack for coming up with get-rich-quick schemes, often leads the group into trouble. Double D, the intelligent and organized member, acts as the voice of reason, while the dim-witted but lovable Ed brings humor and unpredictability to the group. Ed, Edd and Eddy is known for its distinctive art style, characterized by exaggerated cartoonish character designs in vibrant colors. The animation captures the show's comedic tone and enhances the over-the-top physical humor that is a hallmark of the series. The humor often stems from characters' exaggerated personalities and their comedic interactions with one another. The neighborhood of Peach Creek is populated by a diverse cast of supporting characters, each with their unique quirks and traits. The Eds frequently encounter the neighborhood kids, including the Kanker sisters, a trio of tough and mischievous girls who often cause trouble for the Eds. The interactions between the Eds and the other characters result in comedic misunderstandings, rivalries, and entertaining moments of chaos. The series concluded with a made-for-television movie in 2009, wrapping up the storylines and character arcs. Fairly Odd Parents. Fairly Odd Parents was a kids show that aired on the Cartoon Network originally as animated shorts from 1998 to 2002, but because of its popularity, it was greenlit for a 30-minute episode run in 2001 before ending in 2006, reviving again in 2008, and going away again in 2018. In 2022, the show got a sequel called The Fairly Odd Parents Fairly Odder that was a live-action adaptation airing on Paramount+. Timmy Turner, our main character, has these fairies that have the ability to grant him any wish he desires, but there are rules and limitations to prevent misuse. Timmy's wishes often result in unintended consequences, teaching him valuable lessons about responsibility, friendship, and the consequences of his actions. Cosmo, one of the fairies, is a dim-witted yet lovable godfather, while Wanda is the other more level-headed and practical godmother. Timmy has friends and enemies in the show, ranging from Chester and AJ to his evil babysitter Vicky. With 172 episodes total, although it seems like there was a lot more, there was never a dull moment for me, and after the fever I got from watching Courage the Cowardly Dog, the Fairly Odd Parents would always make me feel better. Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at Freddy's, often abbreviated as FNAF, is a popular video game franchise created by Scott Cawthon. The series is known for its horror elements, jump scares, and unique gameplay, which has captivated players and garnered a large following in the gaming community. In Five Nights at Freddy's, players take on the role of a night security guard at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, a family-friendly restaurant featuring animatronic characters. The gameplay primarily involves monitoring surveillance cameras to keep an eye on the animatronics' movements and prevent them from entering the security office. Players must manage their limited power supply for lights and doors as the animatronics become increasingly aggressive and unpredictable as the nights progress. If the animatronics reach the security office, the player is jump scared and the game ends. The franchise's horror elements, combined with its mysterious and lore-rich storytelling, have been key to its success. Each game in the series contributes to the overarching storyline, revealing more about the dark history of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, the animatronics, and the haunting events that unfold over time. Since the release of the original game in 2014, Five Nights at Freddy's has seen multiple sequels, spin-offs, and novels. The sequels expanded on the lore and introduced new animatronics and locations. FNAF's unique gameplay, mechanics, and storytelling approach have inspired other game developers, leading to a trend of horror-themed indie games known as survival horror or jump-scare horror. The franchise's success has also led to the creation of merchandise, fan-made content, and adaptations in other media, such as the movie coming out this October. Family Feud. I gotta be honest, I didn't watch Family Feud at all until about 5 years ago. Starting in 1976, Family Feud is a game show that was originally hosted by Richard Dawson, then Ray Combs, and currently Steve Harvey. Two families, typically consisting of 5 members each, compete against each other in a series of rounds. The host poses survey questions to the family, and the goal is to guess the most popular answers given by a group of surveyed people. The game is played in a question and answer format, with a member from each family stepping up to the podium and trying to provide an answer that matches the survey responses. If their answer matches one of the top answers on the board, they earn points for their team. The round continues with alternating turns until one team reaches a predetermined point threshold, or until all the answers on the board are revealed. The reason a lot of people love this show, aside from the format, is because of its current host, Steve Harvey, who brings endless energy and comedy to the stage, keeping everyone on their toes and entertained. Over the years, Family Feud has undergone several iterations and adaptations in various countries, each with its own unique hosts and cultural twists. Flash games. Flash games refer to video games that are created using Adobe Flash technology, which is a multimedia software platform that allows developers to create interactive animations, games, and applications that can be run on web browsers. Flash games became widely popular during the 2000s and early 2010s, primarily because they were easy to access and play directly within a web browser without the need for additional downloads. During their peak, Flash games were immensely popular and numerous websites were dedicated to hosting and distributing them. Many gaming portals and social media platforms also featured Flash games, contributing to their widespread appeal. However, the popularity of Flash games gradually declined for several reasons. Flash technology faced compatibility and security issues, and many modern devices and browsers stopped supporting Flash content. The rise of HTML5 technology provided a more efficient and secure alternative to Flash, allowing game developers to create browser-based games without the need for Flash plugins, and the proliferation of smartphones and mobile app stores shifted players' experiences toward downloadable mobile games with higher production values. Despite Flash games not being popular anymore, and few still being created, we can still reminisce about the great experiences that games like Line Rider and Bloons, Super Meat Boy, Happy Wheels, Alien Hominid, Whack Your Boss, and The Fancy Pants Adventure and Kitten Cannon gave us. Fruit Gushers. Fruit Gushers are a popular snack manufactured by General Mills. They are known for their unique gummy-like texture and their gushing center filled with liquid fruit-flavored filling. Fruit Gushers were first introduced to the market in the early 1990s and quickly became a hit with kids and families alike. Fruit Gushers came in a variety of fruity flavors such as strawberry, tropical punch, and berry lemonade. Each Fruit Gusher is typically shaped like a small hexagonal pillow with a colorful exterior representing the flavor inside. I would take it as a personal challenge to fit as many of these things into my mouth at once as I could, and anyone who has tried that knows it is worth it every time. Fun fact, the idea for Fruit Gushers came when General Mills, the company behind the snack, was experimenting with the technology used to create fruit-filled ice cream. They developed a method to encapsulate fruit flavors in a gel-like substance, which could then be added to ice cream to create a burst of fruity flavor when eaten. However, during the development process, someone at General Mills had the idea of turning this fruity filling into a standalone snack. They realized kids might enjoy the same gushing sensation without the need for ice cream, and thus, Fruit Gushers were born. Family Guy. Family Guy is an animated sitcom show created by Seth MacFarlane in 1999, and since then it has been the subject of both widespread acclaim, praise, and criticism. The series follows the daily lives of the dysfunctional Griffin family, consisting of the bumbling yet well-meaning father, Peter, and his wife Lois, and their children Meg, Chris, and Stewie, and their anthropomorphic dog, Brian. Filled with irreverent humor, jokes based on non-sequiturs, and insane scenarios based on taboo or controversial topics, the show manages to pull a laugh out of most anyone who watches it. Family Guy has garnered a significant fan base, but has also faced its fair share of controversy as mentioned earlier. Some critics argue that the show can be offensive, relying on shock value and crossing boundaries with its humor. The show has been accused of perpetuating stereotypes, making light of sensitive subjects, and using offensive language. However, supporters argue that the show's intention is to push the boundaries of comedy and use satire to critique societal norms and institutions. Flappy Bird. Flappy Bird was a mobile game developed by a Vietnamese developer Don Nguyen and released in May 2013. It quickly became a viral sensation and gained immense popularity, but it was also surrounded by controversy and a surprising turn in events. Flappy Bird was a simple side-scrolling mobile game that featured a bird as the player's character. The objective was to navigate the bird through a series of green pipes that resembled those from the Super Mario series. The player had to tap the screen to make the bird flap its wings and avoid touching the pipes, and each successful pass through a set of pipes earned the player 1 point, and the goal was to achieve the highest score possible. Despite its success, Flappy Bird also faced criticism for its perceived simplicity and difficulty. Some players found the game frustratingly hard, which led to a range of reactions including negative reviews and accusation of plagiarism. The game's massive popularity also drew attention to its developer, Dong Nguyen, who faced immense social pressure and media scrutiny. In February 2014, Don Nguyen surprisingly announced on Twitter that he will be removing Flappy Bird from the app stores. He stated that the game's addictive nature was negatively impacting players' lives, and he wanted to take it down to relieve people from its addictive hold. The sudden removal caused a stir in the gaming community and in the media, with many speculating the reasons behind the decision. Although Flappy Bird was removed from the app stores, its impact on the mobile gaming industry and internet culture was significant. The game's popularity inspired a wave of clones and imitations, and the term Flappy became synonymous with the genre of simple and challenging mobile games. Fun fact, during its peak popularity, Flappy Bird was generating an estimated $50,000 per day in ad revenue from in-game advertisements. Considering the game's minimalistic design and straightforward gameplay, this amount of revenue was quite remarkable. Friends. Or the Holiday Armadillo.
I'm the Holiday Armadillo!
And of course, the theme song. Although I never watched more than a few episodes of the show itself, I can definitely see the appeal and how it could be nostalgic. Fruit Ninja. Fruit Ninja is a popular mobile game developed by Half Brick Studios. It was first released in 2010 and quickly became a huge success, gaining widespread popularity across various platforms. In Fruit Ninja, players take on the role of a ninja with a mission to slice and dice various fruits that are thrown in the air. The game utilizes touchscreen controls, and players simply swipe their fingers across the screen to slash the fruits. Slicing multiple fruits at a time earns bonus points, and special combo fruits appear slice for even higher scores. However, players must avoid slicing any bombs that appear among the fruits, as hitting a bomb results in a game over. The game features two main modes: Classic, which was formerly called Arcade, and Zen. In Classic mode, players have limited time to slice as many fruits as possible and avoid bombs, while Zen provides a more relaxed experience with no bombs and no time limit, allowing players to focus on achieving high scores. The game quickly became one of the most downloaded games of all time. Its intuitive and addictive gameplay, along with its colorful visuals and satisfying fruit slicing mechanics, appealed to players of all ages. Due to its popularity, Fruit Ninja has been adapted to various platforms including video game consoles, virtual reality, and even arcade machines. It has also inspired merchandise, toys, and themed attractions and amusement parks. Fun fact, when Half Brick Studios, the developers of Fruit Ninja, began working on the game, their main goal was to explore the potential of touchscreen technology on mobile devices. The team wanted to create a simple and intuitive game that would showcase the precision and responsiveness of touch controls. To test their idea, they came up with the concept of slicing fruits using finger swipes on the screen. The idea was so well received in development that the team decided to turn it into a full-fledged game and release it to the public. Gravity Falls. Gravity Falls is an animated mystery comedy series that aired from 2012 to 2016 on Disney Channel and Disney XD. Created by Alex Hirsch, the show follows the adventures of twins Dipper and Mabel Pines as they spend the summer with their eccentric great uncle Stan in the mysterious town of Gravity Falls, Oregon. This show I have actually seen every episode of, and I might even make an iceberg on it. Dipper and Mabel uncover a journal that provides clues and insights into this town's strange occurrences. As the twins explore their surroundings, they uncover cryptic symbols, mythical creatures, and otherworldly anomalies, gradually uncovering the truth about Gravity Falls. While exploring themes like friendship, puppy love, and youthful rivalries, The show definitely includes jokes and scenes that wouldn't normally end up on Disney Channel. For example, in one of the battles against the villain, Bill Cipher, Bill says he has to make some children into corpses. There's a scene in the episode Northwest Mystery Mansion where busts of animals bleed out of their eyes while chanting, and at one point Bill Cipher sits on a throne of petrified humans and calls it the throne of frozen human agony. I was prepared for none of these things while watching it, and rewatching it doesn't make it any less dark, but I do still get nostalgia from the series as a whole. Game Boy Advance. The Game Boy Advance, or GBA, is a handheld gaming console developed and manufactured by Nintendo. It was released in Japan on March 21, 2001, followed by North America on June 11, 2001, and in Europe on June 22, 2001. The Game Boy Advance was a successor to the popular Game Boy Color and became one of Nintendo's most successful handheld gaming platforms. The Game Boy Advance featured a 32-bit RISC processor, which significantly improved graphics and processing capabilities compared to its predecessors. This allowed for more detailed and colorful graphics in games, and is backward compatible with all Game Boy and Game Boy Color games. Players can enjoy a vast library of older titles on the new console, making it an attractive upgrade for the existing Game Boy owners. This was an especially useful feature for me and my siblings, because unfortunately, they didn't remake Darkwing Duck for the GBA, but they did have it on the Game Boy Color. Nintendo released several variations of the Game Boy Advance, including the Game Boy Advance SP, which featured a clamshell design with a built-in front-lit screen and rechargeable battery, and the Game Boy Micro, which was a smaller and more compact version of the GBA. The Game Boy Advance had an extensive library of games, including many classic titles from Nintendo's franchises like Super Mario, The Legend of Zelda, Pokemon, and Metroid. It also had a variety of third-party games from different genres, making it a versatile gaming platform. Despite the release of more advanced handheld consoles like the Nintendo DS and the Nintendo 3DS, the Game Boy Advance remained popular among gaming enthusiasts and retro gamers. It is still sought after by collectors and remains a nostalgic favorite for many gamers who grew up playing it. Fun fact, when Nintendo was developing the handheld console, they were initially planning to call it Advanced Game Boy, to highlight the substantial improvements in hardware and performance compared to its predecessors, the Game Boy and the Game Boy Color. However, during the development process, the marketing team at Nintendo realized that the name Advanced Game Boy may not effectively convey the extent of the console's technological advancements. They wanted a name that would make it clear that this was a significant step forward in portable gaming technology, and as a result, the decision was made to change the name to Game Boy Advance. Garfield. Garfield is a famous comic strip created by cartoonist Jim Davis. The strip revolves around the life and adventures of Garfield, a lazy, fat, and lasagna-loving orange tabby cat, along with his owner, John Arbuckle, and Odie, the dim-witted but lovable dog. Garfield made its first appearance in the comic strip on June 19, 1978. Jim Davis created the character while working on another strip called Norm Nat, and he decided to focus on a fat cat as the main character because he believed that cats were more interesting and expressive than insects. Garfield holds the Guinness World Record for being the world's most widely syndicated comic strip. It is published in over 2,100 newspapers worldwide and has been translated into numerous languages. In 2008, an internet phenomenon called Garfield Minus Garfield gained popularity. The project involved removing Garfield's character from the comic strips, leaving only John Arbuckle's dialogue and actions. The result was a surreal and introspective look at John's life, highlighting his loneliness and struggles. Fun fact, in 1988, Garfield and Friends premiered on CBS, bringing the lasagna-loving cat to life in a half-hour animated show. What makes the series unique is that it featured Garfield segments that were produced using CGI technology, making Garfield the first fully CG animated character to headline in a primetime TV show. Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style is a song by South Korean musician and artist Psy. It was released on July 15, 2012, as the lead single from his sixth studio album, Psy 6, or 6 Rules Part 1. The song quickly became a global phenomenon, reaching unprecedented levels of popularity and becoming one of the most well-watched videos on YouTube. The song's catchy tune, quirky dance moves, and humorous music video captivated audiences of all ages and backgrounds, transcending language barriers. The title, Gangnam Style, refers to the affluent Gangnam district in Seoul, South Korea. The song humorously satirizes the district's upscale lifestyle and culture, contrasting it with Psy's eccentric and comical persona in the music video. One of the most iconic elements of Gangnam Style is the horse dance. The dance move, imitating riding a horse, became a global dance craze, with people around the world attempting to replicate it. The song topped music charts in numerous countries and became a hit in regions where K-pop music had previously been relatively unknown. The song's success helped propel K-pop to international recognition and open doors for other Korean artists in the global music scene. Fun fact, when Gangnam Style first became a global sensation, its music video rapidly gained millions of views on YouTube within a short period. However, YouTube's view counter was not initially designed to accommodate such high view counts, and as a result, when the video's view count surpassed 2,147,483,647, the maximum value that a 32-bit signed integer can hold, the view counter could not display the actual number of views correctly. This led to a technical issue where the view count appeared as negative 2,147,483,648 instead of displaying the actual figure. To resolve this problem, YouTube's technical team had to upgrade their view counter to handle larger view counts. The issue with Gangnam Style prompted YouTube to make improvements in their system to ensure that future videos with massive view counts would not encounter the same problem. GameCube. The GameCube is a home video game console developed and released by Nintendo. It was the fourth major console released by Nintendo and succeeded the Nintendo 64. The GameCube was released on September 14, 2001 in Japan, November 18, 2001 in North America, and May 3, 2002 in Europe. It competed against consoles like Sony's PlayStation 2 and Microsoft's Xbox during the sixth generation of gaming consoles. It used a proprietary mini DVD format for its games, and these small-sized discs could hold up to 1.5 gigs of data, making them smaller than DVDs used in other consoles, but still capable of delivering impressive graphics and gameplay experiences. The gameplay had a unique and distinctive design, with a compact cubicle shape. It featured a carrying handle, making it easy to transport to friends' houses or gaming events, and the console was available in various colors including purple, black, silver, and later even limited edition designs. The GameCube's controller was praised for its comfortable ergonomic design. It featured a central analog stick, a D-pad, 4 face buttons, 2 shoulder buttons, and a start-pause button. The controller also had a unique feature called the C-Stick, a secondary analog stick primarily used for camera control in games. The console had a strong lineup of first-party Nintendo games, including Super Mario Sunshine, Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker, Super Smash Bros. Melee, and Metroid Prime. It also had a variety of third-party titles, many of which became fan favorites. Fun fact, before its official name was revealed as the GameCube, Nintendo used the codename Project Dolphin internally to refer to the console while it was still in development stage. The name Dolphin was chosen as a reference to the fact that dolphins are known for their friendly and intelligent nature, reflecting Nintendo's vision for creating a user-friendly and innovative gaming console. Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto, or GTA, is a critically acclaimed and hugely popular action-adventure video game series developed by Rockstar North and published by Rockstar Games. The series is known for its open-world gameplay, immersive storytelling, and often controversial content. One of the defining features of the Grand Theft Auto series is its open-world gameplay, allowing players to explore vast and detailed game environments freely. Players can take on various missions and activities, but they also have the freedom to roam around, interact with NPCs, and cause chaos in the game world. Each main entry in the series is set in a different fictional city or location, heavily inspired by real-world places. These locations have included Liberty City based on New York City, Vice City based on Miami, San Andreas based on California and Nevada, and more. The series itself often revolves around criminal activities and the lives of criminals or anti-heroes. Players take on the role of characters involved in illegal activities such as car theft, drug dealing, and organized crime. Due to its mature themes, violence, and depiction of criminal behavior, the Grand Theft Auto series has been subject to criticism and controversy over the years. However, it has also been praised for its complex narratives, well-designed worlds, and gameplay mechanics. Fun fact, when DMA Design, now known as Rockstar North, began working on the first Grand Theft Auto game, they had a different vision for the project. The original concept was centered around a racing game with a top-down perspective where players would drive through cities and complete missions while avoiding police pursuit. However, during the development process, the team at DMA Design found the racing aspect of the game was less fun and engaging than they had hoped. Instead, they discovered that players enjoyed causing mayhem, stealing cars, and engaging in criminal activities within the game world. Embracing this unexpected turn of events, the developers decided to shift the focus of the game and fully embrace the open-world criminal gameplay. Halo. Halo is a popular and critically acclaimed first-person shooter video game franchise created by Bungie and now managed by 343 Studios, a subsidiary of Xbox Game Studios. The first game in the series, Halo Combat Evolved, was released in 2001 as a launch title for the original Xbox console. It quickly became a massive success and was praised for its polished gameplay and immersive single-player campaign. The main protagonist of the series is Master Chief Petty Officer John 117, also known as Master Chief. He's a super soldier and the last of the Spartan II program, wearing the iconic green power armor known as Mjolnir. Master Chief has become an iconic figure in the gaming world, and the Halo series is set in the 26th century and features a rich sci-fi universe with various alien species, advanced technology, and interstellar conflicts. The story of Halo revolves around the war between humanity and an alliance of alien species known as the Covenant, with the mysterious ancient artifacts called Halos playing a significant role. Halo's multiplayer mode has been a major draw for the franchise. Its local area network support allowed players to connect to multiple consoles for epic multiplayer battles, making it a favorite choice for LAN parties and social gaming gatherings. Halo 2, released in 2004, was a groundbreaking installment that introduced online multiplayer to the series, revolutionizing the console gaming experience and making Xbox Live a major gaming platform. Fun fact, when Bungie, the studio behind Halo, initially began working on the game in the late 90s, they had a different vision for it. The original concept for Halo was that of an RTS game, where players would control armies and engage in large-scale strategic battles. However, during the development process, the team at Bungie recognized that the RTS mechanics were not translating well to consoles and were concerned about the limitations of the game's control scheme for an RTS title. They decided to pivot and focus on making the game a first-person shooter, which was a genre they believed would work better on consoles and be more immersive for players. The shift to an FPS proved a turning point for the project's success. The decision allowed Bungie to craft a more personal and engaging experience, putting players directly into the shoes of the iconic character Master Chief and creating a deeper connection between the player and the game world. Harry Potter. Harry Potter is a globally beloved fantasy book series written by British author J.K. Rowling. It follows the journey of a young wizard named Harry Potter as he attends Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry and discovers his destiny to confront the Dark Wizard, Lord Voldemort. The Harry Potter series consists of 7 books, starting with Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, published as Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone in the United States, and concluding with Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. The books were published between 1997 and 2007. This series has since achieved unparalleled success and popularity, captivating readers of all ages around the world. Thanks to its success, there is a film series produced by Warner Brothers. 8 movies were produced between 2001 and 2011, with the final book, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, split into 2 films. Harry Potter has become a cultural phenomenon inspiring various merchandises, theme park attractions like the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, stage plays like Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, and the dedicated fan community, and a metric ton of fan fiction. Fun fact, the concept of Harry Potter and the magical world of Hogwarts first came to J.K. Rowling in 1990 when she was on a train traveling from Manchester to London. During the 4-hour delay, she began to imagine a young boy who discovers he is a wizard and attends a school for magic. As the train chugged along, the characters, settings, and plot started to take shape in Rowling's mind. By the time she arrived in London, she had the initial ideas for what would become the foundation of the entire Harry Potter series. Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels is a popular brand of die-cast toy cars, introduced by American toy maker Mattel in 1968. Hot Wheels was created by Mattel's co-founder Elliot Handler, who wanted to develop a line of toy cars that would stand out from the competition. He enlisted the help of his design team, led by Harry Bentley Bradley, to create a series of die-cast toy cars with unique designs and features. One of the defining features of Hot Wheels is their small size, measuring approximately 1/64th of the scale of the models they're modeled after. This compact size allowed for intricate detailing and vibrant paintwork, setting them apart from other toy cars in the market at the time. Hot Wheels quickly gained popularity for the diverse range of car designs, including muscle cars, sports cars, classic cars, and futuristic concept cars. The brand also produced special edition and licensed models based on real-life vehicles from famous car manufacturers. Hot Wheels expanded beyond just individual cars and introduced track sets that allowed kids to race their toy cars on the specially designed tracks. These tracks often included loops, jumps, and other exciting features that added to the play experience, such as, if the loop breaks, the Hot Wheel will shoot directly into your eye. don't ask how I know. Over the years, Hot Wheels cars have become collectible items, with certain rare models and limited editions fetching high prices among collectors. Some enthusiasts have amassed extensive collections of Hot Wheels cars, which are often displayed and traded within the collecting community. Fun fact, when Mattel introduced Hot Wheels in 1968, they wanted to create toy cars that would stand out and offer something unique to young car enthusiasts. To achieve this, the designers put a strong emphasis on speed and performance. One of the key innovations that contributed to the speed of Hot Wheels cars was the use of low-friction, high-speed axles with bearings. Unlike other toy cars at the time, Hot Wheels cars rolled out more smoothly and effortlessly due to these specialized axles. This design improvement allowed Hot Wheels to achieve greater speeds and outperform other die-cast toy cars on the market. In fact, the original Hot Wheels cars were so fast that Mattel even included a warning on the packaging cautioning kids not to race the cars on inclined surfaces where they might become a safety hazard. iCarly. iCarly was a teen sitcom that aired from 2007 to 2012 for a total of 6 seasons and 109 episodes. We have our main casting consisting of Carly Shay, played by Miranda Cosgrove, Sam Puckett, played by Jeanette McCurdy, and Freddie Benson, played by Nathan Kress. The show follows Carly and her friends producing a web show from Carly's apartment. The show within the show includes comedy sketches, musical performances, and interactive segments, all of which are created and performed by the main characters. The popularity of iCarly leads Carly and her friends on various adventures and challenges as they navigate the world of online content creation. Fun fact, in addition to the fictional web show within the series, the real-life creators of iCarly also developed an actual website called iCarly.com, where fans could visit and participate in interactive activities. The website mirrored the concept of the show, allowing fans to submit their own content, such as videos, artwork, and fan fiction inspired by iCarly. Some of the fan submissions were even featured on the official website and acknowledged by the cast and crew of the show. Impact font memes. Impact font memes refer to a style of internet memes that use the Impact font for their text. The Impact font is a bold sans serif typeface that gained popularity for its strong and easily readable appearance. It became widely used in meme culture, particularly in the mid-2000s to early 2010s, and remains recognizable as a hallmark of classic internet memes. Impact font memes typically feature a white or light-colored text with a black outline, creating a strong contrast that makes the text stand out. Many Impact font memes follow the two-line format with text placed at the top and bottom of the image. Text usually conveys humorous or satirical messages. One of the most famous Impact memes is the "Keep Calm and Carry On" meme, where various phrases are added below the iconic "Keep Calm" text. Another classic example is the Advice Animal meme, which features an image of an animal with humorous or sarcastic caption in Impact font. Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones is a film franchise created by George Lucas and directed by Steven Spielberg. It follows Dr. Henry Walton, Indiana Jones Jr., an archaeologist and professor who goes on crazy adventures to recover ancient artifacts. The first movie was Raiders of the Lost Ark, released in 1981, in which we see Indiana Jones trying to beat the Nazis to the Ark of the Covenant. The second movie, which is actually a prequel to Raiders of the Lost Ark, called Temple of Doom, which I personally think is the best one, released in 1984, which follows Indiana Jones as he tries to recover a sacred stone, but quickly butts heads with a cult trying to use the stone and several others to try to take over the world. The third movie, released in 1989, titled The Last Crusade, follows Jones as he tries to find the Holy Grail, once again battles Nazis, trying not to let the Grail fall into the wrong hands. The fourth film, released in 2008, titled The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, once again follows Indiana Jones as he tries to uncover the secrets of an ancient crystal skull, and he tries to keep it out of the hands of the Soviet Union. And finally, the last Indiana Jones film, released on June 30th, 2023, just a few weeks ago at the time of recording, follows Indiana Jones one more time, this time in 1969, racing to find the Dial of Destiny that a Nazi wants to use to change the outcome of World War II. Fun fact, Indiana Jones was named after George Lucas's dog. Lucas, who created the character, had an Alaskan Malamute named Indiana. Jimmy Neutron. Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius is an animated TV series that aired from 2002 to 2006 and was created by John A. Davis. It follows the adventures of a young boy genius named Jimmy Neutron and his group of friends in the fictional town of Retroville. Accompanied by his loyal robot dog Goddard and supported by his friends Carl Weezer and Sheen Estevez, Jimmy embarks on thrilling and often chaotic adventures. The show blends elements of science fiction, comedy, and coming-of-age themes. Each episode typically involves Jimmy's inventions causing unintended consequences, leading to humorous situations and valuable life lessons. Despite his intelligence, Jimmy grapples with the challenges of being a young boy. He knows he's way smarter than the average bear, and sometimes he lets that get to his massive head, leading him to lacking any kind of foresight whatsoever. Eventually, I will do an iceberg on just Jimmy Neutron, simply because the show is awesome. Fun fact, before Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius became an animated television series, it started as a short film called Runaway Rocket Boy. The short film was created by John A. Davis as a demonstration of the 3D animation capabilities of his company, DNA Productions. Jetpack Joyride. Jetpack Joyride is a popular endless runner video game developed by Half-Brick Studios. It was first released for iOS devices in 2011 and later made available for Android, Windows Phone, and various gaming platforms. The game received widespread acclaim for its addictive gameplay, fun graphics, and simple controls. In Jetpack Joyride, the player controls the character Barry Steakfries, who breaks into a secret laboratory to steal a machine gun jetpack. The game follows an endless runner format where Barry automatically moves forward, and players have to control his vertical movement and avoid obstacles and collect coins. The game features a wide variety of jetpacks and power-ups that players can use to enhance their gameplay. Each jetpack has unique abilities and power-ups to offer advantages like speed boosts, coin magnets, and protective shields. Jetpack Joyride offers mission-based progression, where players are given various tasks to complete during their runs. Completing missions rewards players with coins, which can be used to unlock new jetpacks, costumes, and power-ups. The success of Jetpack Joyride inspired several spin-off games and adaptations, including an arcade version with a physical jetpack controller and a virtual reality version called Jetpack Joyride VR. Fun fact, before becoming a standalone game, Jetpack Joyride was initially developed as a promotional minigame called Machine Gun Jetpack. The minigame was created by Half-Brick Studios as a part of the marketing campaign for their previous game, Monster Dash. In Monster Dash, there was a level called the Machine Gun Jetpack, which featured the same character, Barry Steakfries, using a machine gun jetpack. The minigame became so well received by players that Half-Brick Studios decided to expand it into a full-fledged game of its own. Jeff the Killer. Jeff the Killer is a popular internet urban legend and creepypasta character. The character originated from a short story posted on the internet, which quickly gained viral popularity within the online horror community. The legend of Jeff the Killer began with a creepypasta story that was allegedly written by an anonymous author. The original story depicted Jeff as a disturbed young man with pale skin, dark hair, and unnaturally large, bulging eyes. He had a chilling and unsettling grin carved into his face, which he gave himself after being involved in a traumatic accident. Jeff the Killer is known for his eerie appearance and characterized by his white, featureless face, long black hair, and a smile carved from ear to ear. The legend of Jeff the Killer became widely popular on internet forums, social media platforms, and creepypasta websites. Fan art, fanfiction, and various adaptations further contributed to the character's widespread recognition. Kung Fu Panda. Kung Fu Panda is an extremely popular franchise created by DreamWorks in 2008. The first movie, titled Kung Fu Panda, follows our main character for the series, Po, a clumsy giant panda. Po is unexpectedly chosen as the Dragon Warrior, the legendary hero destined to protect the Valley of Peace from the villainous Tai Lung. Despite his lack of traditional martial arts training, Po's unwavering determination, humor, and unique outlook on life help him overcome his challenges and fulfill his destiny. The success of the first film led to the development of sequels, including Kung Fu Panda 2 in 2011 and Kung Fu Panda 3 in 2016. These films continue Po's journey as he faces new threats and explores his own identity as a Kung Fu master and as the son of a panda village. The Kung Fu Panda franchise has received critical acclaim and has been a commercial success, grossing billions of dollars worldwide. The films have been praised for their animation quality, voice acting performances, and the way they blend humor, action, and storytelling. I remember hearing jokes from this movie in between classes at my elementary school. The franchise feels so old, but when I see that it started in 2008, it really doesn't seem that long ago. I mean, I remember 2006 like it was yesterday. Fun fact, the character of Po was originally inspired by a sketch made by a DreamWorks animator named Ethan Reif. Reif drew a picture of a lazy panda with the caption, "The Dragon Warrior," and posted it on the wall of his office as a joke. The sketch caught the attention of the film's co-director John Stevenson, who found it amusing and saw potential in the concept. Kirby. Kirby is a popular video game character and the main protagonist of the Kirby video game series, developed by HAL Laboratory and published by Nintendo. Kirby made his first appearance in the 1992 game Kirby's Dream Land for the Game Boy. Kirby is a small, pink, and round character with a simple design. He has large, expressive eyes and wears red shoes, but despite his innocent appearance, Kirby is a powerful character with unique abilities. One of Kirby's defining traits is his ability to inhale objects and enemies to gain their powers. After inhaling an enemy, he can copy their abilities, allowing him to use a wide range of skills, such as shooting fireballs, swinging a sword, flying, and many more. Kirby is known for his cheerful and friendly personality. He is always eager to help others and is often portrayed as a kind-hearted hero who sets out on various adventures to save his friends and Dreamland from various threats. The Kirby series consists of platforming and action-adventure games, many of which have been critically acclaimed for their charming visuals, creative gameplay mechanics, and overall fun factor. Some of Kirby's most iconic abilities include the Star Rod from Kirby's Adventure, which allows him to shoot powerful star projectiles, and the Super Inhale from Kirby's Superstar, which allows him to inhale large enemies and objects. During the early stages of creating the character in-game, Kirby's working name was Popopo. However, the development team at HAL Laboratory and Nintendo were working on the game Kirby's Dream Land for the Game Boy, and they decided to change the character's name to Kirby. The reason behind the name change is said to be a tribute to the late John Kirby, a lawyer who successfully defended Nintendo in a copyright infringement lawsuit against Universal City Studios, the creators of King Kong, in the 1980s. John Kirby's legal victory was instrumental in allowing Nintendo to keep the rights to their popular character, Donkey Kong. Kinetic Sand. Kinetic Sand is a popular toy that has gained significant popularity in recent years. It is a type of moldable sand that has a unique texture and properties, making it an enjoyable sensory play experience for both kids and adults. Kinetic Sand is made from a mixture of 98% sand and 2% non-toxic polymer. This combination gives it a soft, stretchy, and slightly sticky texture that is different than regular sand. When squeezed or molded, it holds its shape but also flows and moves like a slow-motion liquid. One of the reasons is why Kinetic Sand is beloved by parents and educators is that it's relatively mess-free. Unlike regular sand, it sticks to itself rather than surfaces, making it easier to clean up and less likely to leave residue on hands or play surfaces. Kinetic Sand is an excellent tool for sensory play, providing a tactile experience that can be calming and relaxing. It can help with stress relief and has various therapeutic benefits, making it a popular choice for individuals with sensory processing challenges. Fun fact, Kinetic Sand was initially developed by Swedish company Wava Fun as a way to help teach students about three-dimensional shapes and geometry. The company wanted to create a tactile and moldable material that could be used in classrooms to enhance learning and creativity. However, when Wava Fun introduced Kinetic Sand to the toy market, it quickly became a massive hit as a sensory toy rather than just an educational tool. Kids and adults alike fell in love with its unique texture, which made it satisfying to squeeze, mold, and play with. Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid is a popular powdered drink mix that has been a part of American culture for many decades. It was created in 1927 by Edwin Perkins, a chemist from Nebraska. It comes in a variety of flavors including cherry, grape, orange, lemonade, and more. To prepare Kool-Aid, you simply mix the powder with the water and sugar if desired to create a sweet and flavored beverage. When Kool-Aid was first introduced, it was sold under the name Fruit Smack. However, Perkins changed the name to Kool-Aid in 1929 as he believed the new name would better convey the refreshing and cool nature of the drink. It gained widespread popularity during the Great Depression due to its affordability. Families found it to be an economical alternative to other beverages, making it a staple in American households. Kool-Aid is often associated with its iconic mascot, the Kool-Aid Man, introduced in 1975. The Kool-Aid Man is a large, smiley, anthropomorphic pitcher of Kool-Aid who would break through walls with his signature catchphrase, "Oh yeah!" Kool-Aid has become more than just a drink. It has become a part of American cultural preferences and idioms. Phrases like drinking the Kool-Aid are used to describe blindly following a belief or ideology. Fun fact, on June 22, 1998, the Nebraska legislature officially designated Kool-Aid as the state's official soft drink. This decision was in recognition of the drink's Nebraskan origins and the significant impact it had on the state's economy and culture. Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes is a beloved animated franchise that originated in the 1930s and has since become an iconic part of American pop culture. Created by the Warner Brothers, the series consists of a colorful ensemble cast of animated characters engaging in comedic and often slapstick adventures. The core characters of Looney Tunes include Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, Tweety Bird, Sylvester the Cat, and many others. Each character possesses unique traits and personalities contributing to the timeless humor and charm of the series. The cartoons typically consist of short comedic skits, often featuring the characters engaging in fast-paced chases, clever wordplay, and visual gags. The series showcases a blend of wit, physical comedy, and irreverent humor that has entertained audiences of all ages for decades. My favorite Looney Tunes shorts are actually the Bugs Bunny ones, especially the one where he's fighting aircraft gremlins called Falling Hair. Looney Tunes began in the 1930s with Bugs Bunny catching on in the 40s, and when Turner launched Cartoon Network, they reran Looney Tunes from 1992 to 2004, again in 2009 to 2017, and once again in 2023 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Warner Brothers. Fun fact, Mel Blanc, the legendary voice actor who provided the voice for Bugs Bunny, revealed in interviews that he has based Bugs' voice on Clark Gable's performance in the film It Happened One Night from 1934. Blanc found Gable's casual and nonchalant delivery captivating and sought to replicate that in Bugs Bunny's voice. Lolcats. Lolcats, also known as cat macros, are a popular internet meme that involves combining humorous images of cats with text captions written in a distinctive style. The term lolcats is a combination of lol, which stands for laugh out loud, and cats. Lolcats typically consist of a photo of a cat, often with humorous or cute expression, combined with a caption written in broken English known as lolspeak, or kitty pigeon. The captions are designed to resemble how cats might speak if they could communicate in human language. Lolcats became immensely popular on internet forums, image-sharing websites, and social media platforms in the mid-2000s. They quickly spread across the internet, becoming one of the earliest and most enduring internet memes. One of the most well-known websites dedicated to sharing lolcats is Can I Has Cheeseburger. The website, launched in 2007 by Eric Nakagawa and Kari Unabasami, quickly gained a massive following, becoming the central hub for sharing and creating lolcat content. While cats are the most common subjects of lolcats, other animals and even inanimate objects have been used in similar meme formats, sometimes referred to as captioned images or image macros. Fun fact, in 2007, researchers from MIT conducted a study on the phenomenon of lolcats and the unique language used in their captions known as kitty pigeon or lolspeak. The researchers analyzed the language patterns and syntax in lolcat captions to understand how internet memes influence language use and communication. The study found that lolcats and lolspeak language exhibited distinct linguistic characteristics, such as deliberate misspellings, creative use of acronyms, and playful wordplay. The researchers observed that lolspeak followed its own consistent rules, even though it appeared to be non-standard English. Of course, I don't know why you would need MIT to tell you that for you to realize that. Lord of the Rings. This is a franchise I grew up watching, although I somehow still know very little about it. The Lord of the Rings is a fantasy novel series written by J.R.R. Tolkien. The trilogy, consisting of The Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and Return of the King, was published between 1954 and 1955. It has since become a cultural phenomenon and has been adapted into a wildly successful trilogy directed by Peter Jackson. Tolkien's epic saga is set in the fictional world of Middle-earth and follows the perilous journey of a diverse group of characters including hobbits, elves, dwarves, humans, and wizards as they band together to defeat the Dark Lord Sauron. The story revolves around the quest to destroy the One Ring, a powerful artifact that holds the key to Sauron's dominance and corruption. The Lord of the Rings films won numerous Academy Awards, including Best Picture for the final installment, The Return of the King. The success of the film trilogy elevated the franchise's popularity and introduced Tolkien's world to a larger audience. Also, the Amazon Prime show The Rings of Power is the most expensive TV show ever produced, coming in at $58 million per episode. Fun fact, the character of Samwise Gamgee, a loyal companion to Frodo Baggins, was partly inspired by J.R.R. Tolkien's own experiences during World War I. Tolkien served as a soldier during the war and witnessed the deep camaraderie and resilience among the soldiers. He drew upon these experiences when developing the character of Samwise, emphasizing themes of friendship, loyalty, and the indomitable spirit in the face of adversity. Lego. Lego is a globally renowned brand of interlocking plastic building blocks and toys. The name Lego is derived from the Danish words "legod," which means play well. Lego was invented by Danish carpenter Ole Kirk Christensen in the 1930s. Initially, the company produced wooden toys, but in 1947 they began producing the plastic interlocking bricks that would become iconic. The bricks have studs and tubes that allow them to securely connect to one another in various configurations, providing endless possibilities for creativity and building. Lego offers a vast range of themes and sets, including cityscapes, vehicles, castles, space exploration, popular movies, and licensed franchises like Star Wars, Harry Potter, Marvel, and DC Comics. The tallest Lego tower ever built reached an impressive height of over 114 feet, or 34.7 meters, and was constructed in Milan, Italy in 2015. Lego has grown to become one of the most popular and valuable toy companies globally. It has expanded beyond just building sets, encompassing video games, movies, television shows, and theme parks like Legoland. Fun fact, Lego produces a vast number of tiny rubber tires for the various vehicle-themed sets, including cars, trucks, motorcycles, and even planes. Due to the sheer quantity of these small rubber tires produced annually, Lego ranks as one of the top tire manufacturers globally. Lunchables. Lunchables is a popular brand of pre-packaged lunch kits produced by Kraft Heinz. The kits typically contain a combination of small individually packaged food items, providing a convenient and portable meal option for children and adults alike. Lunchables were first introduced in 1998 in the United States. The concept was to create a lunch kit that included various components that children could assemble themselves, making lunchtime fun and interactive. Over the years, Lunchables has expanded its product line to include a wide range of varieties, catering to different tastes and dietary preferences. Some common Lunchables options include crackers, cheese, deli meats, pizza, chicken nuggets, and more. While Lunchables have become popular with kids and parents for their convenience and fun factor, they have also faced criticism for their nutritional content. Some varieties may contain high amounts of sodium, added sugars, and processed ingredients. In response to the changing consumer preferences, Lunchables has introduced healthier options and options catering to specific dietary needs, such as gluten-free or reduced fat versions. Fun fact, in the late 1980s, Oscar Mayer, a subsidiary of Kraft Foods, noticed a decline in bologna sales, which was a popular lunch meat at the time. The company's market research indicated that parents were becoming increasingly concerned about the time it took to prepare their children's school lunches and the lack of variety in lunch options. In response to this market insight, the team at Oscar Mayer came up with the idea of creating a convenient, ready-to-eat lunch kit that children could assemble themselves. They combined small portions of crackers, cheese, and lunch meat, which was initially bologna, in a small package. This concept allowed kids to build their own mini sandwiches and add toppings and arrange components to their liking. Marvel Cinematic Universe. The Marvel Cinematic Universe, also known as the MCU, is an interconnected franchise of superhero and television series based on characters from the Marvel Comics. The MCU has become one of the most successful and influential franchises in cinema history, spanning multiple phases and captivating audiences worldwide. The MCU began in 2008 with the release of Iron Man, directed by Jon Favreau, starring Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark or Iron Man. The film was a critical and commercial success. The franchise expanded over the years with the introduction of new characters and storylines, culminating in epic crossover events like The Avengers in 2012 and its sequels. The MCU features a diverse roster of heroes, including iconic characters such as Captain America, Thor, Hulk, Black Widow, and Spider-Man, among many others. The interconnected nature of the MCU allows for cross-references, shared storylines, and character crossovers between films and television series. The films and shows are interwoven into a larger narrative tapestry, with events in one story often having consequences in another. I remember when the first Avengers movie came out, and I was going to the theater ready to see Edward Norton's Hulk, but I was extremely disappointed to see Mark Ruffalo instead. I still want to see a Mark Ruffalo Hulk movie though. Madden. Madden NFL is a popular series of American football video games developed and published by EA Sports. The franchise is named after former NFL coach and broadcaster John Madden, who lent his name and likeness to the games. The Madden NFL series made its debut in 1988 with John Madden Football for various computer platforms. The first game featured 11 players on each team and realistic football gameplay for its time. Since its inception, EA Sports has released a new installment in Madden NFL series every year, typically coinciding with the start of the NFL season. Each new release features updated rosters, improved graphics, and gameplay enhancements, except for the recent ones. The Madden NFL series is the only officially licensed video game of the National Football League and the National Football League Players Association, and this means that the game includes real NFL teams, players, stadiums, and official team logos. The franchise mode allows players to take on the role of a team's general manager, making decisions on player trades, drafts, contracts, and overall team management. It offers an immersive experience, simulating multiple seasons in a team's journey. The Madden NFL series has had a significant impact on both the video game industry and in popular culture. It has become a tradition for football fans to anticipate the release of the latest Madden game each year. Fun fact, when the first Madden game, called John Madden Football, was released in 1988, EA Sports did not have the official license from the NFL or the NFLPA to use real NFL teams and players, and as a result, the game had to use generic team names and fictional player names instead of real-life counterparts. For example, the San Francisco 49ers were called the San Francisco team, and star quarterback Joe Montana was simply referred to as QB16. The lack of official licensing limited the game's authenticity, but did not diminish its appeal to football fans who were excited about the prospect of a realistic football video game. It wasn't until 1993, with the release of Madden NFL 94, that EA Sports finally secured the NFL's official license. Markiplier. Markiplier, whose real name is Mark Edward Fishbach, is a prominent American YouTuber and content creator known for his entertaining gaming videos, comedic commentary, and engaging personality. Markiplier's YouTube channel was created in 2012, and he quickly gained popularity for his Let's Play videos and playthroughs of various video games. He became one of the leading figures in the gaming community on YouTube, but one of the things Markiplier is known for is his charitableness. He's participated in various charity live streams and events, raising money for causes such as children's hospitals, mental health awareness, disaster relief, and more. While gaming remains his primary focus, Markiplier also creates other types of content, including sketch comedy, vlogs, and reaction videos. Markiplier's genuine and uplifting demeanor has earned him a dedicated fan base known as the Markiplier Army or Markiplites. Apart from YouTube, Markiplier has ventured into voice acting, podcasting, and live performances. He has also worked on several indie game projects and has a passion for game development. Fun fact, before his rise to fame on YouTube, Markiplier attended the University of Cincinnati, where he studied biomedical engineering. He had a strong interest in science and wanted to pursue a career in the medical field. However, during his time in college, he started uploading gaming videos to YouTube as a way to de-stress and have fun. His gaming content began to gain traction and popularity, which eventually led him to choose a different career path. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. This was probably my first Mickey Mouse TV show I saw, and it was a nice way to wake up when I was sleeping over at my grandmother's house. Premiering in 2006, the show went on to get 125 episodes and 4 seasons, ending in 2016. That's actually really impressive. The show follows Mickey Mouse and his friends, including Minnie Mouse, Donald Duck, Daisy Duck, Goofy, and Pluto, as they embark on various adventures and solve puzzles together. Each episode typically revolves around a specific theme or problem that the characters need to address. They use Mouse-Tools, everyday objects with magical qualities, to overcome obstacles and complete tasks. The Mystery Mouse-Tool, in particular, spawned a wave of memes in which we see Mickey Mouse talking about the Mystery Mouse-Tool, saying, "It's a surprise tool that will help us later," in reference to various scenarios presented. Fun fact, using interactive CG animation, the show's creators could integrate real-time responses from the viewers into the episodes. Throughout the show, Mickey and his friends would ask questions, and the children watching at home could shout out the answers and interact with the characters directly using the TV remote or interactive devices. Mario Kart. Mario Kart is a popular racing video game series developed and published by Nintendo. The franchise features characters from the Super Mario series, including Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, Bowser, and many others, competing in kart races on various and creative, colorful tracks. The first Mario Kart game, Super Mario Kart, was released for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System in 1992. It introduced the concept of kart racing with power-ups and has since become a beloved and enduring franchise. Mario Kart games are known for their fun and accessible gameplay, with players controlling their chosen character in a go-kart and race against computer-controlled opponents or friends in multiplayer mode. The objective is to finish the race in top position using power-ups and items to gain an advantage or hinder opponents. In later installments of the series, players can collect coins during races to unlock new karts, bikes, and characters, each with their own stats. Mario Kart is highly regarded for its multiplayer mode, where friends and family can compete against each other in split-screen or online races. The multiplayer aspect has made it a go-to party game and a source of friendly competition for players of all ages. My parents have adopted my sister's Switch because she has Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on it, and the addiction is so bad that she's considering getting my parents their own Switch so that she can keep hers. My first Mario Kart game was Mario Kart Wii. We had the steering wheel and everything. I was so convinced that it made me drive in the game better, but looking back it was probably just adding to the immersion. And to this day, I am the Mario Kart master though. Mario Kart is one of Nintendo's most successful and recognizable franchises, and has become a cultural phenomenon, spawning merchandise, spin-offs, and even a theme park attraction at Universal Studios Japan. Visiting Universal Japan is one of my bucket list items, and the Mario section of the park is one of the key reasons. Fun fact, Shy Guy is a masked enemy from the Super Mario series, recognizable by its red robe and white mask. Despite being an enemy in the main Mario games, Shy Guy has become a fan favorite character in the Mario Kart series, making an appearance as a playable racer in almost every Mario Kart game. What's interesting is that Shy Guy wasn't originally a major character in the Super Mario series, but his popularity as a unique and quirky enemy led to his inclusion in various spin-off games, including the Mario Kart series. The developers at Nintendo noticed the character's appeal among fans, which eventually solidified Shy Guy's status as a staple playable character in Mario Kart games. Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, often referred to as the King of Pop, was an American singer, songwriter, and dancer who became one of the most influential and celebrated entertainers in history. Michael Joseph Jackson was born on August 29, 1958, in Gary, Indiana, USA. He was the 8th of 10 children in the Jackson family and showed early talent in music and dance. Michael gained fame as a child performer when he joined his older brothers in the music group the Jackson 5 in the late 1960s. The group achieved great success with hits like ABC, I Want You Back, and I'll Be There. In the early 1970s, Michael embarked on a solo career with the release of his albums Off the Wall in 1979 and Thriller in 1982. Thriller became a best-selling album of all time, winning numerous awards and earning critical acclaim. Michael Jackson revolutionized the music video industry with groundbreaking and visually stunning videos for songs like Thriller, Billie Jean, Beat It, and Black or White. These videos became iconic and are still regarded as some of the greatest music videos ever made. Throughout his life, Michael Jackson faced various controversies and legal challenges, including allegation of child SA. He was acquitted of all charges in a high-profile trial in 2005. On June 25, 2009, Michael Jackson passed away at the age of 50 due to acute propofol and benzodiazepine intoxication. His death was ruled as a homicide, and it led to widespread mourning and a renewed focus on issues related to celebrity privacy and the music industry. A fun fact about Michael Jackson is that he was an avid collector of arcade games, and he even had his own private amusement park at his home called Neverland Ranch. His fascination with arcade games began in the 1980s when he visited a local arcade and became enamored with the entertainment and excitement they offered. He started collecting arcade games and pinball machines, amassing an extensive collection over the years. At Neverland Ranch, his sprawling estate in California, Jackson had a dedicated arcade building called Michael's Arcade that housed his impressive collection. The arcade featured a wide variety of classic and modern arcade games, pinball machines, and other amusements. It was a personal retreat for Jackson, where he could enjoy his favorite games and unwind from his busy career. Some reports estimated that Jackson's arcade collection at Neverland Ranch contained more than 24 arcade machines and pinball tables. His passion for gaming also extended to video game consoles and computer games, making him an early adopter of gaming technology. Minecraft. Minecraft is a popular sandbox video game that allows players to explore, create, and build in a blocky, procedurally generated 3D world. Developed by Mojang Studios and initially released in 2011, Minecraft has become one of the most successful and influential video games of all time. In Minecraft, Players can explore an open-world environment made up of blocks representing different materials such as dirt, stone, wood, and more. The game is played in either survival mode, where players gather resources, build structures, and survive against various creatures and challenges, or creative mode, where players have unlimited resources and can focus solely on building and designing. Players can construct buildings, create intricate redstone contraptions, and design impressive landscapes limited only by their imagination. Each Minecraft world is procedurally generated, meaning that it is created algorithmically based on a seed value. This results in unique and vast landscapes for players to explore, encouraging endless exploration and discovery. I remember back when Minecraft was in the Pocket Edition and on the Xbox 360, and I would go online and look up cool seeds to make my world a giant water world and call it something like Atlantis or something and never do anything with it. What sucked was that most of the time the seeds didn't even work, probably because I was inputting them on the 360 and they were meant for the PC. I don't even know if that made a difference. Minecraft has had a profound impact on gaming and pop culture. It has inspired countless players to create and share their creations online, leading to a vibrant community of content creators, modders, and map designers. The success of Minecraft has led to the development of various spin-off games and merchandise, including Minecraft Story Mode, Minecraft Dungeons, and an official LEGO Minecraft product line. Fun fact, I don't know if this is common knowledge or not, but if you crouch while eating raw chicken, it lowers your chances of getting poisoned. Also, you can sleep during storms regardless of whether or not it's night. I've been playing Minecraft for over 10 years now, and I had no idea about either of those things. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood is a children's TV show that aired from 1968 to 2001. It was created and hosted by Fred Rogers, an educator, musician, and minister. The show's gentle and thoughtful approach to children's programming made it a significant and enduring part of American television history. The series was centered around Fred Rogers, who portrayed himself as the friendly and kind host of a neighborhood inhabited by various puppet characters such as King Friday the 13th, Daniel Striped Tiger, and X the Owl. Through his interactions with the puppets and human characters, including Mr. McFeely, the Speedy Delivery Man, and Lady Aberlin, the caring neighbor, Mr. Rogers addressed important social and emotional issues that the children often faced. The show's opening song, Won't You Be My Neighbor, is iconic, and anyone who has seen the show is instantly brought back to those days, staring at a TV, feeling like Mr. Rogers was talking directly to you. Fun fact, in addition to his work on the show, Fred Rogers was also a talented musician and songwriter. He composed over 200 original songs for Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, many of which became beloved classics among viewers. Another lesser-known fact is that Fred Rogers wrote and performed the theme song of the show, Won't You Be My Neighbor, himself. The song, known for its simple yet heartfelt lyrics and catchy melody, became synonymous with the series and Fred Rogers' warm and inclusive message. By the way, the lyrics to the theme song are, "It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood," not "It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood." I've found that catches a lot of people off guard. Monopoly. Monopoly is a classic board game that has become a staple in households around the world. Monopoly was created by American game designer Elizabeth Magie in 1903. She initially called it the landlord's game and intended it as a tool to demonstrate the negative aspects of concentrating land in private monopolies. The version of Monopoly that we know today was developed and published by Parker Brothers in 1935. It became an instant success and has since become one of the best-selling board games of all time. Monopoly is a game of economic strategy, where players move around the board, buying and trading properties, and trying to bankrupt their opponents by charging them rent when they land on properties. Over the years, Monopoly has seen numerous variations and themed editions. There are versions based on different cities, movies, TV shows, video games, and more, offering fans a wide range of choices. Fun fact, during World War II, the British Secret Intelligence Service, known as MI5, used specially created Monopoly sets to help prisoners of war escape from German camps. The Monopoly escape kits were part of MI5's escape and evasion program. These sets looked like ordinary Monopoly games, but they were modified to include hidden escape tools. Inside the game board and the playing pieces, the MI5 agents would conceal real money, maps, compasses, and hidden metal files. These tools were ingeniously designed so that they would not raise suspicion during inspections by German prison guards, and the game's property cards were used to hide escape routes and secret messages. My Little Pony. My Little Pony is a media franchise created by Hasbro with a line of toy ponies in 1981. The original line of My Little Pony toys featured colorful and adorable pony figures with brushable manes and tails. Each pony represented a different character, and they lived in the magical land of Equestria. The toys gained immense popularity among young girls, and the brand's success led to the expansion of the franchise into other forms of entertainment. One of the most well-known iterations of My Little Pony is the animated television series My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, which debuted in 2010. Created by Lauren Faust, the show has garnered a large and dedicated fan base. It follows the adventures of Twilight Sparkle and her friends, the main six: Rainbow Dash, Pinkie Pie, Rarity, Fluttershy, and Applejack. Together, they learn about the magic of friendship while facing various challenges and villains. The show has gotten so popular that it has even garnered some adult fans known as Bronies and Pegasisters. McDonald's Playplace. McDonald's Playplace is an iconic and distinctive feature of many McDonald's restaurants worldwide. It is an indoor play area designed specifically for children to enjoy while dining at the restaurant. The idea for McDonald's Playplace originated in the 1970s as a response to the growing popularity of McDonald's among families with young children. The company wanted to provide a fun and family-friendly environment that would attract more families to their restaurants. The Playplace typically consists of a designated indoor playground with colorful and interactive structures, including slides, tunnels, climbing areas, and ball pits. The Playplace is primarily aimed at children between the ages of 3 and 9, but children of all ages are welcome to use the play area as long as they meet the height and age requirements set by the restaurant. Some McDonald's Playplaces have additional features such as interactive games, video screens, or themed play structures based on popular characters or movies. Fun fact, pretty much every time I entered one of these Playplaces, I got into a fight. Naruto. Naruto is a Japanese manga and anime series created by Masashi Kishimoto. It first debuted as a manga in 1999 and was later adapted into an anime television series that premiered in 2002. Naruto has become one of the most popular and influential anime and manga series worldwide, captivating audiences with its epic ninja adventures, complex characters, and themes of perseverance, friendship, and self-discovery. The story is set in a fictional world where ninjas are skilled warriors with various supernatural abilities. The story follows Naruto Uzumaki, a young ninja with the dream of becoming the strongest ninja in his village, known as the Hokage. However, Naruto carries a dark secret. He is the vessel for the Nine Tails, a powerful fox-like creature that attacked his village years ago. Throughout the series, Naruto faces various challenges and battles alongside his friends and teammates Sasuke Uchiha and Sakura Haruno. As they grow and train together, they encounter powerful enemies, uncover long-buried secrets, and confront personal demons. The success of Naruto led to several sequel series and spin-offs such as Naruto Shippuden, which follows the story after a time skip, and Boruto Naruto Next Generations, focusing on Naruto's son, Boruto Uzumaki. Fun fact, the creator of Naruto, Masashi Kishimoto, initially had different ideas for Naruto's character design. In the early concept stages, Naruto was envisioned as a much smaller and younger looking character with a design that resembled a young boy with goggles and a backpack. However, Kishimoto's editor, feeling that the initial design lacked impact, suggested that Naruto should be taller and a more mature-looking character. Inspired by this feedback, Kishimoto decided to redesign Naruto and give him his iconic spiky blonde hair and orange jumpsuit, creating a more distinctive and recognizable look. I've always wanted to like the show, but after 3 separate tries, I've never made it past the first 2 episodes, so I guess it's just not for me. Nintendo DS. The Nintendo DS is a handheld gaming console developed and produced by Nintendo. It was released in 2004 and quickly became one of the best-selling handheld consoles of all time. The lower screen is a touch-sensitive screen that allows for innovative and intuitive gameplay mechanics in the various games. The DS was backward compatible with Game Boy Advance games, allowing players to enjoy their favorite GBA titles on the new system. This specifically was a huge selling point for me, as I was a Game Boy only kid before the DS came out and didn't want to abandon all my old games. In 2006, Nintendo released the Nintendo DS Lite, a slimmer and lighter version of the original DS. The Lite model improved screen brightness, battery life, and overall design, making it even more appealing to players. In 2008, Nintendo released the DSi, an upgraded version of the DS Lite that featured additional features such as 2 built-in cameras, an SD card slot, and the ability to download games from the DSi shop. The DS had an extensive library of games, including iconic titles like New Super Mario Bros., Mario Kart DS, Legend of Zelda: The Phantom Hourglass, and Animal Crossing Wild World, and many more. My personal favorite titles from the DS were Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, Brain Age, Mario Kart DS, and obviously Super Mario 64 for the DS. The Nintendo DS supported the local wireless player, allowing players to connect with nearby friends and play games together. Some of the games even offered online multiplayer through Nintendo's Wi-Fi connection service. The success of the Nintendo DS paved the way for the 3DS, the next generation of handheld gaming consoles by Nintendo, which added 3D capabilities to the dual-screen design. Fun fact, the DS's development codename was Project Nitro. The name Nitro was used during the early stages of the console's development as an internal codename to keep the project secret from the public and competitors until it was officially unveiled. The choice of Nitro was likely a reference to the console's powerful hardware capabilities compared to its predecessor, Game Boy Advance. The Nintendo 3DS. The 3DS is a handheld gaming console developed and produced by Nintendo, and it is the successor to the DS family of systems. It was first released in Japan in February 2011, and later in other regions, becoming a popular and successful handheld gaming device. The Nintendo 3DS is named for its main feature, the ability to display 3D graphics on its top screen without the need for special glasses. Players could adjust the depth of the 3D effect using a slider, a customizable 3D experience, although I hated using it because it gave me headaches. Apparently I'm not alone in this. The 3DS introduced new connectivity features such as Street Pass, which allowed users to exchange game data and information when they passed by other 3DS owners, and even while the console was in sleep mode. Spot Pass enabled automatic downloads of game updates and new content when the 3DS was connected to the internet. The handheld is backward compatible with Nintendo DS games, allowing players to enjoy their favorite DS titles on the new system. However, DS games are displayed in 2D on the 3DS. The 3DS featured two outer cameras that could take 3D photos and record 3D videos. Additionally, the console included augmented reality cards that allowed players to interact with virtual objects overlaid onto the real world through cameras. The 3DS introduced the eShop, a digital storefront where players could purchase and download digital games, demos, and other content. It also offered a virtual console service, allowing players to buy and play classic Nintendo titles from the previous consoles, something we see in the Nintendo Switch line of consoles. Fun fact, the 3D graphics were achieved using a technology called austereoscopy. Austereoscopy works by using a parallax barrier or lenticular lens technology on the top screen of the Nintendo 3DS. Essentially, the screen has a series of slits that direct different images to each eye, creating the illusion of depth and a 3D effect. When players looked at the screen from a certain angle, they could see the 3D graphics, giving them a sense of immersion in their games. Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig is a British children's animated television series that first premiered in 2004. Created by Neville Astley and Mark Baker, the show is produced by Astley Baker Davies and has become a global phenomenon among young children. The series revolves around the adventures of Peppa Pig, a lovable and spirited young pig, and her family and friends. Peppa's family consists of her parents, Mommy Pig and Daddy Pig, and her little brother George, and the show takes place in the fictional town of Peppa Town, and follows the daily activities, playtime, and imaginative games of Peppa and her friends. Peppa Pig has become a pop culture phenomenon in strange places, notably China for some reason. In 2018, Peppa Pig became a viral sensation in China, with its popularity skyrocketing on social media platforms like Weibo. The character of Peppa Pig has been widely embraced, becoming a beloved cultural icon among Chinese youth. Peppa Pig memes first gained significant attention and popularity on social media platforms, particularly on Twitter, Instagram, and Reddit. Fans of the show, as well as internet users in general, began creating and sharing Peppa Pig meme content, leading to the widespread circulation of these humorous creations. Memes subvert the innocent and child-friendly nature of the show by presenting characters or scenes in a dark, edgy, or adult-oriented context. This contrast between the innocent source material and the humorously twisted reinterpretations is what makes these memes so entertaining and unexpected. Phineas and Ferb. Phineas and Ferb is an animated television series that aired on the Disney Channel from 2007 to 2015. Created by Dan Poppenmeyer and Jeff Swampy Marsh, the show quickly gained popularity for its clever humor, catchy musical numbers, and creative storytelling. The series revolves around two stepbrothers, Phineas Flynn and Ferb Fletcher, who embark on grand and imaginative adventures during their summer vacation. Each day, Phineas comes up with an ambitious and elaborate project. Together with Ferb and their friends, including Isabella, Baljeet, and Buford, they build incredible inventions and create extraordinary experiences. There's also a subplot featuring Phineas and Ferb's pet platypus, Perry, who goes missing every episode, inciting the iconic "Where's Perry?" line. As it turns out, Perry is a secret agent called Agent P, who is a part of ALCA, the organization without a cool acronym, who sends Perry on missions to foil the plots of the evil Dr. Doofenshmirtz. Almost every episode contains at least one song, which is often catchy and humorous, and plays a significant role in advancing the plot. The series even produced a full-length musical movie titled Phineas and Ferb Across the Second Dimension, which is actually pretty good. And I hadn't seen Candace Against the Universe, which is the other movie they made, so I watched it for this video, and let me just say, I wasn't a fan. Fun fact, there are 104 days of summer vacation, except when there aren't. On average, they are 45 to 60 days. At San Diego Comic-Con in 2013, Dan Povenmire revealed that he wrote 104 because he only expected the show to last 52 episodes, like most Disney Channel shows lasted at the time, and there were 2 segments per episode, making it 104. Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean is a popular film franchise that blends action, adventure, fantasy, and comedy elements. The franchise was created by Walt Disney Pictures and began with the release of the first movie, Pirates of the Caribbean: The Curse of the Black Pearl, in 2003. The success of the initial film led to several sequels, making it one of the highest-grossing franchises of all time. And, of course, the most memorable part of the entire franchise is the role of Johnny Depp, who plays Captain Jack Sparrow, the main character of the films most of the time. The first movie introduces the main characters, the eccentric Captain Jack Sparrow, the determined blacksmith Will Turner, played by Orlando Bloom, and the spirited Elizabeth Swann, played by Keira Knightley. The story revolves around Elizabeth being captured by cursed pirates led by Captain Hector Barbosa, played by Jeffrey Rush, on the infamous ghost ship, the Black Pearl. Will teams up with Jack Sparrow to rescue Elizabeth and break the curse that transforms the pirates into undead skeletons under the moonlight. The film combines swashbuckling action, supernatural elements, and humor, becoming a massive hit. The next film in the series is Dead Man's Chest, released in 2006. In the second installment, Captain Jack Sparrow owes a debt to the legendary Davy Jones, played by Bill Nighy, the captain of the ghostly Flying Dutchman. The movie follows Jack's attempts to escape from this obligation, leading to an epic adventure filled with sea monsters, treachery, and old enemies. Meanwhile, Will Turner and Elizabeth Swann are pursued by Lord Cutler Beckett, played by Tom Hollander, of the East India Trading Company, who wants to eradicate all pirates from the seas. After Dead Man's Chest, we got At World's End in 2007. The third movie picks up where the previous one left off, with our main character seeking to rescue Jack Sparrow from Davy Jones's locker, a purgatory-like realm. They unite with pirates from all over the world to confront the East India Trading Company and its powerful armada in a climactic battle. The film delves deeper into the lore of the pirate world and introduces complex alliances and betrayals. In the next film, On Stranger Tides in 2011, Captain Jack Sparrow sets out on a quest to find the legendary Fountain of Youth. Along the way, he encounters the beautiful and cunning Angelica, played by Penelope Cruz, who has her own motives for joining the quest. This movie explores the new adventures and introduces the new characters, while still maintaining the swashbuckling charm of the previous films. And finally, the last film was Dead Men Tell No Tales, also known as Pirates of the Caribbean: Salazar's Revenge in some regions, and we got this movie in 2017. In this fifth movie, Captain Jack Sparrow faces the ghostly Captain Armando Salazar, played by Javier Bardem, a former Spanish pirate hunter who has escaped from the Devil's Triangle and seeks revenge on Jack. To survive, Jack must find the mystical Trident of Poseidon, which grants control over the seas. The film brings back Will Turner and Elizabeth Swann and their son Henry Turner, played by Britton Thwaites. I remember watching these movies growing up, notably The Curse of the Black Pearl, and the thing that stood out to me the most was the score of the film. Done by Hans Zimmer and Klaus Badel, nearly every single track is memorable and has become iconic, especially in meme culture. We've all thought at one time or another about learning He's a Pirate on the piano to impress our friends, and the tracks Swords Crossed and Skull and Crossbones are just as good. Fun fact, Depp took inspiration from various sources to create Captain Jack Sparrow's distinctive persona. One of the most surprising and influential inspirations was the legendary rock musician Keith Richards, best known as the guitarist for the Rolling Stones. Johnny Depp modeled many aspects of Jack's mannerisms, speech patterns, and demeanor after Keith Richards, even incorporating some of Richards' signature accessories like the bandana and the numerous rings. Plants vs. Zombies. Plants vs. Zombies is a popular tower defense video game developed and published by PopCap Games. It was first released for Microsoft Windows and Mac OS in 2009 and later became available on various platforms, including mobile devices, consoles, and handheld gaming systems. In Plants vs. Zombies, the players must defend their house from waves of zombies by strategically placing various types of plants in their garden. Each plant has a unique ability such as shooting peas, freezing zombies, or producing sun points that act as the in-game currency for planting more defenses. Plants vs. Zombies is known for its playful and quirky art style. The cute, cartoonish designs of both the plants and the zombies contributed to its charm and wide appeal. The success of Plants vs. Zombies led to the development of several sequels and spin-offs, including Plants vs. Zombies 2, It's About Time, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, and Plants vs. Zombies Heroes. Fun fact, during a game jam at PopCap Games, which took place in 2008, a small team of developers led by George Fan came up with the initial ideas for Plants vs. Zombies. George, the lead designer, drew inspiration from various sources including his love for tower defense games, the movie Night of the Living Dead, and his personal fascination with plants. The original concept involved players defending their homes from waves of zombies using plants as defensive tools. The idea of using plants as the defenders and zombies as the attackers proved to be both amusing and innovative, blending strategy with humor in a unique way. The prototype created during the game jam received overwhelmingly positive feedback from the rest of the company, and PopCap Games recognized the game's potential. The project was subsequently greenlit for full development, and over the course of a year, Plants vs. Zombies was transformed into the charming and addictive tower defense game that players worldwide now know and love. PlayStation 2 and 3. The PlayStation 2 and 3 are two iconic gaming consoles developed and produced by Sony Interactive Entertainment. Both consoles have left a significant mark on the gaming industry and have a rich history of memorable gaming experiences. The PlayStation 2 was released in Japan in March 2000 and later in other regions, becoming one of the best-selling and most successful gaming consoles of all time. The PS2 had an extensive and diverse game library, including numerous iconic titles such as Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater, God of War, and Final Fantasy X. One of the major selling points of the PS2 was its ability to play DVDs, making it a popular multimedia device in addition to a gaming console. The PS2 was backward compatible with most PS1 games, allowing players to enjoy their favorite PS1 titles on the new system, and it had an exceptionally long lifespan, with production continuing until 2013, more than 12 years after its initial release. The PlayStation 3 was released in November 2006, with different models offering various storage capacities and features. One of the key features of the PS3 was its built-in Blu-ray player, which helped popularize the Blu-ray disc format. It also offered multimedia capabilities, including the ability to play music, videos, and show photos. The PS3 introduced the new PlayStation Network, allowing players to access online multiplayer gaming, digital downloads, and social features. The console had a strong lineup of exclusive games, including Uncharted 2 Among Thieves, The Last of Us, Little Big Planet, and Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots. The PS3 introduced the PlayStation Move, a motion sensing controller that offered a similar experience to Nintendo's Wii, even though it wasn't that great. Both the PS2 and 3 have had significant impact on the gaming industry and have garnered a dedicated fan base over the years. They represent a milestone in gaming technology, content, and experiences, shaping the way we play and enjoy video games. Power Rangers. Power Rangers is a long-running and popular franchise that originated in the 1990s and has since become a significant part of pop culture. It combines elements of Japanese tokusatsu, which is live-action special effects, television shows with original American footage and storytelling. The franchise is known for its action-packed sequences, colorful superhero suits, giant robots, and a team of young heroes known as the Power Rangers. The Power Rangers franchise was adapted from the Japanese television series Super Sentai created by Toei Company. The first Power Rangers series, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, premiered in 1993 and became an instant hit. The show featured 5 teenagers with attitude who morphed into Power Rangers to battle evil forces, led by the iconic villain Rita Repulsa. The Rangers were given powers, suits, and weapons by the wise mentor Zordon and his loyal robotic assistant Alpha 5. Due to the massive success of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the franchise expanded with new iterations featuring different themes, characters, and storylines. Each new series introduced a new team of Power Rangers with unique powers and abilities. And some of the notable series include Power Rangers Zeo, Power Rangers Turbo, Power Rangers in Space, Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, Power Rangers Time Force, Power Rangers Dino Thunder, and many others. The first Power Rangers movie, simply titled Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the Movie, was released in 1995, and it was a standalone story featuring the original team facing a new enemy, Ivan Ooze. In 2017, a reboot movie titled Power Rangers was released, exploring the origins of the original Mighty Morphin team with a more modern and grounded approach. I've always kind of wanted to like the Power Rangers, but I never had the opportunity to watch it growing up. Fun fact, in the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series, the footage of the Power Rangers' giant robot known as the Megazord during battles with giant monsters was actually repurposed from the Japanese Super Sentai series Kyoryu Sentai Zyuranger. The Zyuranger footage featured the giant robot battles with a different storyline, but when creating the American version of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the production team used the scenes as they were, simply dubbing over the dialogue to fit the new story. Pokemon. Pokemon, short for Pocket Monsters, is a popular multimedia franchise created by Satoshi Tajiri and Ken Sugimori, and it is managed by the Pokemon Company, a joint venture of three major Japanese companies, Nintendo, Game Freak, and Creatures Inc. The franchise was introduced in 1996 with the release of Pokemon Red and Green video games for the Game Boy in Japan, and since then, Pokemon has become a global phenomenon, spanning video games, trading card games, an animated TV series, movies, merchandise, and more. The core of the franchise is this video game series, which I've just started. Pokemon Red is awesome, where players take on the role of Pokemon trainers and embark on a journey to capture, train, and battle creatures known as Pokemon. The objective is to become a Pokemon champion by defeating powerful trainers and challenging the Pokemon League. Each Pokemon is categorized into one or more types, such as Fire, Water, Grass, Psychic, and more. These types determine the strengths and weaknesses of Pokemon in battle, adding strategic depth to the gameplay. The Pokemon Trading Company, the TCG, is a collectible card game based on the Pokemon franchise. Players assemble decks of Pokemon cards, battle other trainers, and collect rare cards to enhance their decks. The anime follows the adventures of Ash Ketchum, Satoshi in Japan, a Pokemon trainer from Pallet Town, and his loyal Pikachu. Together with their friends, they travel through various regions, compete in Pokemon battles, and aim to become Pokemon Masters. The Pokemon franchise has a thriving community of fans who participate in various events, tournaments, and gatherings worldwide. Events such as the Pokemon Go Fest and official TCG tournaments bring fans together to celebrate their shared passion for Pokemon. Fun fact, the franchise holds a Guinness World Record for the most successful film-based franchise, and has generated over $92 billion in revenue from various sources, including video games, trading card games, merchandise, movies, and more. PewDiePie. PewDiePie, whose real name is Felix Arbert or Kjellberg, is a Swedish internet personality, content creator, and YouTuber. He gained immense popularity for his Let's Play videos, vlogs, and comedic content. PewDiePie's rise to fame began in 2010 when he started creating content on YouTube, and over the years, he has become one of the most subscribed to and recognized YouTubers globally. His YouTube channel primarily features Let's Play videos where he plays and interacts to various video games while adding humorous commentary. His energetic and often over-the-top reactions to scary or funny moments in games have become his trademark. His fan base, known as the Bro Army, grew exponentially over the years, and he became a central figure in internet culture. His fans are devoted and actively engaged with his content and on social media. PewDiePie held the title of the most subscribed YouTuber for several years, amassing millions of subscribers. However, his position was later surpassed by T-Series, an Indian music label, in 2019. Throughout his career, PewDiePie has faced controversies, including criticism for certain jokes or comments made in his videos. He has also been involved in various media controversies, which have sparked discussions about content responsibility and the influence of online creators. He's also released a book titled This Book Loves You, and has made appearances in various media and talk shows. Pitbull. Pitbull, whose real name is Armando Christian Perez, is an American rapper, singer, songwriter, and record producer. He was born on January 15, 1981 in Miami, Florida. His music is known for its blend of hip-hop, pop, and Latin influences. Pitbull's music career began in the early 2000s when he released his debut album, Miami, in 2004. The album included the hit single, Culo, which helped him gain initial recognition. Pitbull's breakthrough came with the release of his fourth album, Revolution, in 2009, which featured the hit single, I Know You Want Me. The song reached the top of the charts in multiple countries and solidified his position as an international superstar. Throughout his career, he has released numerous chart-topping singles, including Give Me Everything featuring Neo, Afrojack, Nair, Timber featuring Kesha, International Love featuring Chris Brown, and Fireball featuring John Ryan. He has worked with artists such as Jennifer Lopez, Christina Aguilera, Enrique Iglesias, and many others. Pitbull is often referred to himself as Mr. Worldwide due to his global success and widespread popularity. Besides his music career, he is also known for his business ventures. He has launched his own line of fragrances and has invested in various ventures including restaurants and a charter school in Miami, where each class is required to have a class pet, and the class pet has to be a pit bull. I'm just kidding, I made that last part up. Play-Doh. Play-Doh is a popular modeling compound used by children for creative play and art projects, and it tastes like salt. It was created by Noah McVicker and Joseph McVicker of the Kuto Project Company in the mid-1950s. Play-Doh was originally designed as a wallpaper cleaner. However, when the demand for wallpaper cleaning products decreased due to the rise of vinyl wallpaper, the company looked for other uses for the putty-like substance. Recognizing the potential for Play-Doh as a toy, the Kuto Products Company rebranded it and began selling it in cans as a modeling compound for children. It was first demonstrated at an educational convention in 1956, and its popularity quickly grew. Play-Doh is available in a vast array of colors, from the classic primary colors to the neon shades and metallic colors. These color options have allowed children to explore their creativity and create various shapes and objects. It's made from a non-toxic, non-staining formula, making it safe for children to play with. And although it's not meant to be consumed, the ingredients used are non-harmful if accidentally ingested in small amounts. Play-Doh has become a staple in classrooms, playrooms, and homes around the world. It's even traveled to space. In 2011, a can of Play-Doh was taken aboard the Space Shuttle Endeavour during its final mission. Pogs. Pogs, also known as milk caps, are collectible game pieces that became a popular playground game and a trading craze in the 1990s. The origins of Pogs can be traced back to Hawaii in the 1920s, where they were first used as cardboard caps to seal glass bottles of passion fruit juice. The name Pog is derived from the juice's brand name, Pineapple Orange Guava. After the juice's popularity waned, the caps remained, and children began playing a game using them. The game of Pogs experienced a resurgence in the 1990s when a school teacher in Hawaii reintroduced the game to his students. The game quickly spread across the United States and in other parts of the world, becoming a major playground craze. The game of Pogs involved stacking a pile of milk caps and then using a larger disc known as a slammer to hit the pile, causing the caps to scatter. Players would then keep the caps that landed face up. The game combined elements of skill, strategy, and luck. Along with playing the game, collecting Pogs and slammer designs became a popular hobby. Pogs featured various themes from popular TV shows and movies to sports teams and cartoon characters. Some Pogs were also made from different materials like metal or holographic paper to add to their appeal. The Pog craze eventually waned in the late 90s as new trends emerged and children's interests shifted to other toys and games. However, Pogs continue to hold nostalgic value for those who grew up during the height of their popularity, which is why it made this iceberg. Regular Show. Regular Show is an American animated television series created by J.G. Quintel. It first premiered on Cartoon Network on September 6, 2010 and concluded on January 16, 2017 after 8 successful seasons. Regular Show follows the adventures of two best friends, Mordecai, a blue jay, and Rigby, a raccoon, who work as groundskeepers at the fictional park called The Park. Despite their job title, Mordecai and Rigby prefer to slack off, play video games, and get into various shenanigans instead of doing their work. The show takes place in a surreal and fantastical world where supernatural events, bizarre occurrences, and eccentric characters are a regular part of everyday life. The show often includes references to 1980s and 90s pop culture, video games, movies, and music. Fun fact, the show's premise of two friends working together in a seemingly mundane job while encountering bizarre and surreal adventures was partly inspired by Quintel's time working as a storyboard artist. During his early career, Quintel worked on the animated series The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack and Camp Lazlo. While working on these shows, He often spent time with his coworkers during their lunch breaks, and they would share funny and strange stories from their personal lives. These anecdotes and the camaraderie he experienced with his colleagues became the foundation for a regular show. Roblox. Roblox is an online gaming platform and game creation system that allows users to design, create, and play games created by other users. It was developed and published by the company Roblox Corporation and was officially released in 2006. Roblox is unique in that it heavily relies on user-generated content. Players can use the Roblox Studio, a game development tool, to create their own games, virtual worlds, and experiences. This has led to a vast and diverse library of user-created content on the platform. Robux is the virtual currency used on Roblox, and players can earn Robux through various means, including creating and selling items, participating in the developer exchange program, and purchasing them with real money. Robux can be used to buy virtual items, accessories, and game passes within the platform, and the game itself fosters social interaction among players. Users can join and interact with friends in virtual worlds, participate in group chats, and collaborate on projects together. Roblox is designed to be a family-friendly platform, and it provides a range of safety features and content moderation to ensure a safe environment for young players. The game has an enormous player base, with millions of active users worldwide, and has become one of the most popular online gaming platforms globally. Fun fact, when Roblox was first introduced to the public in 2004, it was called Dynablocks. The name Dynablocks was derived from two words: dynamic, represent the interactive and ever-changing nature of the platform, and, obviously, blocks, to signify the building blocks used to create games and virtual worlds. During the early stages of development, the focus was on creating a physics-based building system that allowed users to manipulate and interact with blocks. However, as the platform evolved and gained popularity, the name Dynablocks was eventually changed to Roblox in 2005, a combination of robots and blocks. Ren and Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy is an American animated television series created by John Kay. The show first premiered on Nickelodeon on August 11, 1991, and quickly gained a reputation for its outrageous humor, offbeat animation style, and edgy content. The Ren and Stimpy show was groundbreaking in many ways, pushing the boundaries of what is considered acceptable for children's animation at the time, but between you and I, this show was never acceptable for children. The series follows the misadventures of Ren Hoek, an unstable and short-tempered chihuahua, and Stimpy J. Cat, a happy-go-lucky but dim-witted cat. They share an odd and sometimes dysfunctional friendship as they get themselves into various absurd and surreal situations. The show's humor often revolves around bodily humor, gross-out gags, and dark, twisted humor. John Kay and his team at Spunko Animation used exaggerated and surreal visuals, intricate details, and wild expressions to create a visually striking and unpredictable series. Due to his edgy content and controversial humor, Ren and Stimpy faced criticism from parents and some members of Nickelodeon staff. The network eventually fired John Kay from the show during its second season due to creative differences and concerns over the show's adult-oriented content. Nickelodeon attempted to soften the tone of the series in the remaining episodes, but the original creator's departure led to a noticeable shift in the show's style and quality. Despite its controversial run, Ren and Stimpy left a significant impact on the animation industry. The show was one of the earliest examples of an animated series aimed at children that openly challenged conventions and pushed the boundaries of what was acceptable on television. Its blend of gross-out humor, dark themes, and experimental animation paved the way for other adult-oriented animated series, particularly those found in networks like Adult Swim. Fun fact, John Kay revealed that the idea for Ren came after seeing Elliot Erwitt photograph of a chihuahua in a sweater. He said, "It's a very funny picture because there's a psychotic-looking monster in a cute sweater. That same ferociousness coming from an unlikely animal informed character of Ren from day one." And that's it for part 1 of the Gen Z Nostalgia Iceberg. I think there will be at least 10 parts. This is a much bigger iceberg than the FNAF one I just did. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.